Welcome to the RedIn30 podcast, where we talk about Jesus, truth, and us, all using red words.
Using red words. Blech.
What up?
What up? What's happening?
What up?
We back.
Life is happening.
We back again. Life is real. Life is good.
Yeah.
It's the holidays, y'all.
It's the holiday.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Merry
Thanksgiving.
Christmas.
Thanksgiving just passed. Merry Christmas coming. Y'all gonna be hearing all this.
Merry Christmas.
Did y'all enjoy Thanksgiving? Was it cool?
But yeah, Thanksgiving was
Yeah,
lit.
it was lit. We was in Orlando, right?
Yeah.
It was my first time being like
Like
away,
a light.
away from
For,
like
Thanksgiving.
Louisiana. Yeah, for like a holiday. So it was dope though. It was a
Yeah.
good
I did
time.
some cooking.
You did some cooking?
Lies.
You did
No
some
lies.
cooking?
Lies.
What you
No
cook? What you
lies.
cook? What you
No
cook?
lies.
What you cook?
I made some shrimp fettuccine.
Uh-oh.
I did some vegetables, and then I helped
What
a
you did to the
friend
vegetables?
do
Did
some
some vegetables.
cornbread
I did some
dressing.
I did some vegetables.
What that mean?
You know, I steamed a few.
Okay.
And then, I
Put
helped
a
a
little
friend
heat
do
on
some
it.
cornbread dressing.
I put a little heat on
Put
them.
a little
All
oil
right,
on it, put a
guys,
little heat
we're
on.
over it.
You said
Put a little pepper on, a little salt, a little bit.
Hey,
Oh,
no, my
no.
vegetables are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Says who?
Says me and everybody who tastes it.
What about your fettuccine?
It was great.
Who said so?
Ask a friend
ask a friend.
in the building right now.
Was it good?
How was the fettuccine?
We're not gonna
She
believe
said
her.
bomb.
We're not gonna believe her because she gonna co-sign for you.
Yeah, I'm not believing your room.
Oh,
That's just
okay.
like I wouldn't
Who's
believe
that?
Rachel.
Jam.
He ain't say nothing when I looked at him.
He
at
pursed
first.
his lip. He like,
Oh yeah.
That's how he answers everything, though. We need words,
damn,
Jam.
you love Jesus?
How was it?
hey, his old lady bad?
Hey, you gotta watch the YouTube version
Yo,
to
this
see
is
their
gonna be the
mouth.
one. This is gonna be
We
the
got
one.
paid.
I'm gonna do this all night tonight. He's the Lord.
Hey, that's how you be answering me when you're not listening.
Who, me?
You.
That is not how I answer. I don't even know I do that. Well, now you know. Oh, okay. Look at you. Look at you with your little.
That's the number one response, but ain't nobody. They're not messing with you.
With your bad self. Look at you.
Words,
All
Jam.
So
It was delicious.
she went back to it. Look,
Because I wanted a verbal
he
response.
just smiled until he like.
She wanted validation by her.
You
her
asking
fettuccine.
for it?
And I still don't believe it.
I think you should make
It's
some tonight.
unbelievable.
I think she
It's
should make some tonight.
unbelievable.
I
Ain't
do
nobody
too.
got
Prove
time
it.
for that.
Prove it.
No.
You know
You
they
ain't
say
gotta take my love. Let me prove
they
it.
say
Christmas.
I know how
the
this
pudding
makes
is in the
you
eating of the pudding.
I'll cook for
I
Christmas.
won't eat the fettuccine.
You know how far Christmas is? You know what? Ain't
25
talk about it.
days.
First of all, it's 2 weeks from now.
Red 30, ain't no 2 weeks.
Basically.
Red 30, 3 weeks, 21 days. Red 30, y'all. What's up?
Red and dirty,
Y'all
red and
good?
dirty.
Pastor J?
Yeah.
You here?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Lovely Nakia, because I ain't said
Yeah.
lovely in a few weeks. You here? We here. Claps for everybody.
Always.
Real clap.
I don't know what a button is.
Yeah, all that. We here, RedIn30, RedIn30.com.
DM.
Yeah, we here.
In the building.
All is red. Fresh music logo.
He's repping at all
I'm
times.
repping all the time. I'm just like Santa Claus. So listen. Ho, ho, ho. So
Different area
Wait,
code.
Red is so RedIn30.com, right, is a 30-day reading,
Audacity.
30-day reading of the Gospels. Right? We love the Bible's a story about you. We love the entire Bible, but we believe that the red words tell us who we really are.
Yep.
'Cause these are the words of who? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. And so we do a 30-day reading. We believe that reading over and over again kind of changes your mind, you change it from doing to being.
Yeah.
It's more about identity. But it's RedIn30 where we talk about Jesus, truth, and you.
You.
All using red words. We're all over the place. We're all over Instagram, over Twitter, over Facebook, and YouTube, and all that good stuff. Podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, all that good stuff. And
All of them.
Yeah, we're here, and that's what we're about.
Yep.
I'm glad I started talking about social media.
Yeah.
I'm turning up, huh? I'm sorry.
Already.
I can wrap them. I'm glad we're
That's the
talking about
gavel.
social media. That's the gavel, right? Because I just, bro, like
Come on, bro. Speak on it.
cap, like
Tell
cap,
us how
Get
you
it off your
feel.
chest.
cap, right? Like cap, right?
No.
Do it one time.
Get it out. Just get
Loud.
it out.
Go, you do it. You go.
Cap.
All right, my turn. Cap. Go.
Cap.
Oh, pretty good. Oh, that was pretty good.
All right, girl.
That was pretty good.
All
That was pretty
right.
good.
Wasn't that liberating?
I felt it from your diaphragm.
was.
It came from your diaphragm. From your
Can we define cap, though?
cap.
For those who don't know what cap is.
For those of you who are not culturally, up to date,
Awake.
cap is like when you fronting, you you faking. You're putting the image out there, but it ain't real. You know, a lot of people online be capping because they be showing their money and be showing their thing or showing, you know, different stuff, and it's really capping because it may not be the real deal.
It's
Actually,
exaggeration.
It's exagerations, or sometimes it ain't exaggeration at all. It's just like
fabrication.
A lie.
Imagination, fabrication, illumination.
It's the illumination of the fabrication of the identity of the imagination of the massacration, classification, the appreciation.
Emancipation Proclamation and Declaration of Independence. So, but that's cap. And truthfully told, and this is tough.
Yeah.
Right? But majority of what we see, I would like to say this. I'm going to throw numbers because everybody likes to do these numbers. This might be cap too. But, you know, pretty much about 90 to 95% of what we encounter on a daily basis is cap.
Word.
Depending on your life.
95%.
Majority of people, it's cap. I mean, from your social medias to, I mean, you pick whichever one you want, even to your encounters with people.
Yeah.
Real life.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever walk up to somebody and say, how you doing? And they say, good, but you was lying? That's cap. Like, what if you wasn't doing good? Like, but you go automatically say,
That's a good example.
everything gangster, everything good or whatever, right? But you could be like, man, everything going totally wrong.
Yeah.
That's cap.
Yeah.
Would that be considered cap? That's cap.
Yeah, it is.
It's a slight version of cap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's not reality.
Right. A blessing, highly favored, but you're really not. Like, right? Cap. That's cap, right? I like
Stay capping.
well, fake smiles are cap.
Yeah.
I know I done capped a lot. I be capping all the time at church.
All that fake laughing to them jokes that don't be funny.
Oh, what?
What?
You crazy. You a fool. Woo. Like the 21 Savage that you seen it been going on after you said the
You crazy enough?
yeah, like you last 6 you crazy, you be like, That's funny. Cap, all cap. Most stuff we see is cap.
Yeah.
Commercials.
So I can even get down commercials. I can get down to the real deal. Like we can almost go like your clothes is cap.
Break that down.
You know, because you really.
Okay, yeah, break that down.
I'm not saying we got to be out here naked, but God did create us in His image. So that mean God is naked. Y'all wasn't ready for that one. Woo! Y'all wasn't ready for that. He always naked because we created him from the dust in His image.
I think
His likeness.
I think you need to bring it back, bro.
Hey, but hey. So God
bring it
probably
back,
naked.
bro.
Hold on. Watch this. So He created us naked.
Right.
We decided to put clothes on.
True.
Cap. All cap. You can feel how you want to feel about it. The principle is there.
Okay.
It's cap. It's cap. So all right. Let's go further. A little further. You can wear certain clothes that make you look a certain way. That's why colors and different things make you look a certain way.
Okay.
But that ain't really.
Stripes.
But that ain't stripes.
No.
Stripes. So
Oh my God. Really?
on you. O-I-A. On you.
Y'all are really loud.
But
That's how we like it. We like
but certain things, you know what I'm saying? That's why the ladies like the little black dress. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
all
push-up
fellas wear black.
bras.
I know.
Spanx is cap.
Yeah, cap,
Push-up
girdles and all that,
yeah.
push-up bras, butt pads,
Ooh.
cap,
Don't
all
do that one.
cap, right?
She out here capping, bro.
Shout out to capping, bro. I saw so much cap in Orlando. Cap.
Them ain't
Ooh,
hers.
hair.
Hey,
Hair is cap.
Cap.
Dudes got it now too. They got fades, but
they
they be bald.
Yep.
Cap.
No, they
Wig
got
season.
a
Cap.
faded. I mean, their little line be fake.
And so we live in a society full of cap.
Yeah.
And I think I'm not saying we all need to get naked because that'll be a tragedy for the first
But in a
20
way,
years.
figuratively.
Well, figuratively, we need to get naked in our mentality, right?
Yeah.
But
and in our being, yeah.
right. But
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Engagements.
I think that there's so much around us that's fabricated that we begin to have fabricated faith. So
Snaps.
our beliefs, right? Our beliefs are based on things that may not even be real.
Yep.
Facts.
Can you imagine praying for something that ain't even real? Like I used to see people praying for other people's relationships. Like goals. That's a new thing, right? Like
Yeah.
goals, right? Like goals, like
relationship goals.
right, relationship goals, right? But you don't know that dude could have punched in her head. She might have makeup on right now, covering her eyes. You still want the goals,
All right.
Great.
right? And then a lot of people end up praying for something that they don't know the significance of.
Yeah, because you don't know what's going on outside of that picture.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
I done seen. Hey, I remember my mama used to answer the phone, bro. My mama would be on me, like on me, getting on me. She got this a different voice. I told you, right?
Yeah.
And soon as the phone rings, she, hello.
Oh yeah.
And I'm looking at her while she on the phone, and I want to scream to the people. She lying. That ain't who she really is.
Right.
Right.
That ain't her
That
voice.
ain't her real voice, but it's Cap. And we do it. We put it on. We put it on with them people. We put it on this morning with the church. We put it on, man. We could just we do the Cap.
When you get in the store and you talk to the people with a whole lot of Cap, boy.
Yeah,
you make that important phone call.
Look, yeah, right. You make that important phone call.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Right.
I got a business voice.
Or it depends on
Emails
what ethnicity is this person that you're talking to. Because you
You
be
either
like,
trying to sound like an
girl.
ignorant,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh yes, ma'am. Hello. Hi.
Yep, that sounds wonderful.
That sounds wonderful. Great. I'll be
Girl.
there. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
switch
That's
up,
Cap. That's Cap.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that some of it's not needed and some of it is not useful in certain times.
Yeah.
But it's really Cap.
Yeah.
Relationship goal. You want that relationship. You don't even. I think that's why people get into bad situations because they praying for stuff they don't know they're praying for.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's why people get jealous too.
You have what you asked for, right?
Yeah.
You ask for something, but you don't be specific enough. Now this is why, and I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but this is why the Lord's Prayer says, "Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, and thy will be done in earth." Like he said, when you pray like this. So stop praying because you don't know. You can be praying for what I got, but you don't know me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Surface.
There's an old statement said, "Don't never judge a man's harvest till you've seen his seed," right? And don't judge a man's daytime until you've seen his night, right? Like, and you can be asking for something, or be aspiring to something, but you don't realize that it's going to come in the form of what they started with,
Yeah.
right? You got to be
Not
prepared.
the form of what you see right now.
Not the form of what you see, and what you want is what you see, but you don't see the roots.
Right? You know how you pick one
You
of those
capping.
fruit?
You got cap prayers.
Yep.
Your prayers cap.
They got a lot of those.
No, your prayers cap.
I
Cap
think
prayers.
we could say 90-95%.
Next time I open up a service, I'm gonna be like, hey, we're not
Exactly.
going to have these cap prayers this morning. You call cap prayers, catch them at the ceiling and bring them down. Yeah,
That's
cap prayers.
hilarious.
But you're asking for things that you don't know. And there's a balance between that because I ask, so I ask a question, right?
All right.
Like, name a billionaire, go.
Bill Gates.
Okay.
Yeah.
We think he's successful because he's a billionaire, right? Do you know his greatest fear?
I don't know Bill like that.
Do you know his darkest night? Do you know his biggest failure? See, all right, watch this. Watch this. But, all right, I got another question. Do you want to be a billionaire?
Right. Sure. Yes.
Would you like to be a billionaire like Bill? Yeah.
100%.
Right? Right. Well, see, but it's cap because if I know that part of the story, but I don't know the whole thing. Now to get a little research, I read a couple books and I've watched a couple documentaries. Bill dropped out of school. We know all that stuff, right?
Right.
But he was from a well-to-do family. His mother was wealthy. She come from a wealthy family. His father was a broker. It was like $1 million, like worth of. Like he's really wealthy. He's lived down the street from a programming school, so they let him come down and work on it. He went to a special school. They had a programming department. So his field is nurturing who he is. You get what I'm saying? But if you don't know that, you just won't drop out of school.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all cap though.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? If you don't know
Bill dropped out of school.
Bill dropped out. Yeah, but it's cap. But it's a different dropout.
Yep.
You tell us jump off. I did a tweet the other day. I
Beyonce
said,
dropped
please.
out of school too.
Yeah. Right.
Did she? I didn't even know she went.
She was listed on the Forbes list as high school dropout.
High school dropout.
Like,
That's
wow,
right.
look at
Haters.
this.
I don't
So why
know.
they had to put that on there?
I'm
Look at
saying.
this.
Right.
Because they
But-
had education as a section.
No cap though.
No cap.
Exactly.
Well, it worked out though,
Yeah.
right? but no cap, man, cap. You know what I'm saying? Even with her, like even with a lot of entertainers, back to them, like entertainers and people, public figures, you don't know what's the real deal about a lot of different things.
Yep.
Y'all get what I'm saying?
And what's exaggerated.
And so now you got faith for cap. Like you got
Yep.
cap faith.
Yeah.
Like and it's funny you're saying cap too, because now your
Cap
faith
faith.
is actually cap.
Capped. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
can't be everything or get to everywhere that you are because you're capping it with somebody else
Yep.
or somebody else's idea of what something is.
Right.
Something that don't exist.
Right. It don't exist. It may not
False
even
reality.
be real.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a waste of time.
it is.
So much energy and time on stuff that's just
But that's what a lot of people spend their time doing, looking at other people. Like they look at the lifestyles of what they see other people living, and they want to see themselves in those same shoes. So they aspire to look and be like that, but they don't know
what's really
behind
going
all
on.
that.
Which
Yeah.
is that's why I got a love-hate relationship with vision boards.
Right.
Like I get
dream
the
boards and stuff
point.
like that.
I've never done one. I mean, technically, mentally, we do them all the time. I never made a physical one. I just feel like, okay, I see the point, but at the same time, isn't it a box? I mean,
Yeah.
you're
It's another
taking
version of a
pictures
box.
of what you see already created, already done.
It's your idea of what success is.
When it can be so much more, but then it can be so different that there is no picture. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
I
can you really
believe-
see
Don't
what's
exist yet.
I believe there is no picture. I believe
Right.
that true creation says true identity and true creation says that okay, can I quote a couple of scriptures real quick?
Yeah.
Eye has not seen nor ear heard neither into the heart of man the things God prepared for them that love him. Okay. Let's stop. Now, we don't need no deep revelation.
Right.
That's
Ain't
simple.
nobody eye seen, ain't no ear heard. It ain't even entered into the heart. Okay, Ephesians 3:20. Now unto him that's able to do exceeding abundantly above
Yep.
all that you ask or
Think.
like I'm trying to what's really supposed to be happening, you can't see it. But you capping. You capping what I didn't even know that was gonna be like that. That's dope, though, ain't it? But you capping what can really be possible because you're capping it with somebody else's dream.
Yep.
You looking at somebody else's dream. The grass ain't always greener.
Right.
I used to see them cows, man. They scratch their neck up trying to put their head through the barbed wire fence just to get grass on the other side.
Yeah.
Yo, that's a real thing. That the grass ain't greener, that's a real thing. Like if you ever been around cows, like and the thought process, because their brains are not like ours. So we I thought we smart.
Maybe we are.
maybe not. Maybe we all
Listen.
scratched up in the neck too.
Come
We
to
ain't know it.
find out.
Right.
But they would stick their heads through a barbed wire fence
Nah, that's real.
and scratch their neck up just because there's some grass on the other side that they saw. And they were so narrow-minded. They standing in some grass.
Yeah.
They're not in the desert.
Right.
They're standing in grass. And if they turn around, there's a bunch of grass all around them.
Yeah.
But they so
Ouch.
narrow-minded with the one that they saw
Yeah.
that I'm willing to stick my neck through a barbed wire fence and scratch myself up.
Just for a little grass.
That I'm
Wow.
focused on right there, and I didn't even see them. I'm surrounded by it.
That's good.
Maybe it's us, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's you. I always tell people that you probably have everything you need in the house,
Yeah.
but the trick is for you never to know it. So if you never know that you got it in your house, you always going to somebody else's house to get it,
Looking for
Yep.
yeah.
right?
Yep.
When it's right inside of you.
Yep.
There's another place that said God has given everything that pertains unto life and godliness. The kingdom of God is within you. Great is He that is in you. I can go over and over
already got
again
it.
about in you that like what is for you to be
That's huge.
already exists in you. But if I get you to live a cap life, right, then you'll cap your life.
Never see it. Yeah.
You'll never see it. And so now you just said it just now about people looking at that's what society's built on right now. I mean, we're we're millennials or whatever you want to call it, right? So we kind of remember
80s baby.
yeah, we 80s baby, right? So we come up with the internet. And I can remember when TVs went off at night. I can remember when it go off at 12 o'clock, American flag come on, dun, 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 dun. But it wasn't too long after that. I was really, really young.
Dang, what
that
year
TV
that was?
started. I mean, it was, I don't know, might have been the 85, 86, whatever, right?
Yeah, I didn't know they did that.
I
Right.
remember that. So
but
it had
then,
to
but
be-
not long after that, things sped up. I was born in such a peculiar time because it's not like old times, but
Right,
it's not like
right.
today. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like right in the middle. It was a weird time.
Yeah, it's
because
transition.
things sped up so quick. We used to have a big satellite dish in our backyard, so we were able to catch what people are doing for DirecTV and all that stuff now. We were doing that way back then. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's real crazy, right? But it was like, so then it got to the point where TV was always. I remember first time like video chat with somebody. I was on
AIM?
Yahoo.
Aim to
It
the.
was Yahoo or AOL.
AOL Instant Messenger,
AOL?
boy. AIM, boy.
But
Oh,
but
God.
everybody didn't have a computer with a camera on it, so it was like it was so fuzzy. It
Yeah.
was a small box. You can't make it no bigger.
Yeah. Oh,
and
my
you look, you know what I'm
goodness.
saying? Like I remember doing that. My name was
Dial up.
Millionaire 70737. But I was so I was getting them
Wow.
hits. I was getting them hits. They was hollering at me. I was getting them hits, boy. But
That boy was rapping.
I remember
boy.
all that. I remember MySpace coming in, and I remember
Yeah.
I remember all the social media starting.
Top
I remember,
eight.
I remember Facebook starts, but you couldn't get a Facebook unless you were in college.
Right. Right.
And then I remember everything. Like I
Yeah.
remember And also TV became the same way because now you got, it used to be Channel 2, Channel 9, Channel 33. Then we had 44. Fox talking, we had 44, right? And then we had like Channel 9. No, it was like Channel 11 or somewhere in between. It was LPB. And something weird, right?
12, I think.
Whatever your local channel is, wherever you at, right? And, you have to put the antenna on that. But then it started opening up with cable. Now you got cable. Then you got, I don't know, it wasn't DirecTV at first. It was Dish. And now it's like 24-hour programming of television, and it never goes off.
Right.
We in the age of streaming too, and then for music, when music
now,
switched over.
I mean, from the process of then to now is even we are flooded with imagery.
Yeah.
Watch this. Scripture says, "Write the vision and make it plain, that he that readeth it and run with it." Right. So the opposite of that is if I write the vision and make it complicated, it causes stagnation.
Write the vision, make it complicated, it causes stagnation. Okay.
All right, because I write the vision and I make it plain, which is simple, right? He that reads it can run with it.
Yeah.
Right? Well, if I write the vision and make it complicated, he that read it, I'll be trying to run because that's what you run, what you read with, but you don't really know you're running in circles, which is stagnation. You can be on a treadmill.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool, ain't
Yeah,
it?
that's
And where there's
good.
no vision,
People
perish, right? So it's not that people don't need to see something,
Yeah.
but it's become over flooded.
Complications.
What you focus on
Expands.
expands. There's so much vision, so many visions.
Vision.
You get it? There's so many visions being told, and it's capped. Watch this. Can we look at this for a minute?
Yeah.
They have people looking. How much on TV you see is real?
Not even the stuff they say is real.
Not even reality TV is reality.
Like the closest thing we get is sports, but even that be capped sometimes because they call it bad
don't
calls
get me started.
trying to sway stuff, right? Like it's capped.
Especially
Like
with sports betting.
every commercial that you see,
Yeah.
capped. Them people ain't really a family.
Right. right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the point.
No, but
Is that what you want
it's giving the
Yeah.
image.
Image.
It's giving the image. And then it's funny because different stations have different imagery. BT might show that. You know what I'm saying? AWE might show something else. You know what I'm saying? Lifetime show this. And they're catering to the audience, making them think that they think. Making them think that they think, right?
Yeah.
And they're taking their thoughts. And so now we're living a capsized life. Capsized, capsized, the boat flip over.
Yep.
It's capsized.
Yep.
And now we're flooded. So now, from those times where it wasn't so much stuff to now it's everything. Everything's on your phone. We can get on your phone right now and find everything.
Yep.
Right? You can talk to anybody right now. You can find anything. We're flooded with visions,
Yep.
timelines.
Yep.
You're reading everything everybody's saying.
Constant.
Everybody got something to say. Excuse me, y'all. Constant timelines, constant vision, constant pictures. People, I'm going to get some. Constant pictures, right? And now you're building your beliefs off of what you believe.
But what you believe ain't real.
But what you believe ain't real, right? Right? Like
Yeah.
we all we all kind of believing in Santa Claus on the slick.
Yeah.
And we didn't even know it. Because it's the same thing.
What you talking about?
When we believe in stuff on Instagram or whatever, and we like, oh, that's real. And so we like, yeah, that's going to show up if I do this and this and this.
Nope.
It's just like putting out cookies at night on Christmas Eve and saying Santa Claus coming down there. Same thing.
He not coming?
He not coming, bro. He not coming. How that big dude going to get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't even got no chimney.
I'm saying in the hood, we ain't had no chimney, bro.
So
Hey.
what?
We
So
ain't
what?
had no fireplace.
See, that's
You know,
racial,
dog.
man. You see what I'm
Space heater,
saying?
boy. If Santa Claus come through that, boy, he
You
real. boy.
You a real one, boy. How you gonna land on top of the whole apartment complex? Right? That's that mindset. So now we have these images and these things that are, and it's cap.
Yep.
I've never seen, I can say never, but rarely do you see somebody post their bad picture.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
How many pictures you got in your phone that you took over to get the right angle?
Yeah.
I know I done
25.
wasted so much hard drive space, like just so much iCloud space, right?
Yeah.
And that's just me. And I don't even be taking selfies like that, but I know I done.
But all right. So what do we do when we get those people who do post stuff that we think she shouldn't have posted that?
I'm glad you said that because
he
I
should
was
have posted
so
that.
ready for this part.
Well, I don't even know.
Because they're not capping.
How real do we want this to be? Because are we saying go out there and take off your, you just wearing
I
your
ain't
bra
saying
and your
get
panties
naked.
because you want
No,
people to know
no.
this my body.
Cause I done seen
and I
some of them, and I
love
was like, she shouldn't have
myself
posted
in
that.
my skin.
No, I don't think.
I done seen
I
some people
mean-
getting accidents and they posting they self after the accident and stuff. I'm just kind of like,
But
everybody
why,
needs to
though?
see.
Don't need to see that, right?
Yeah, what you look like, but
Right.
they're not capping though.
But that's reverse
I
capping.
feel like it's the principle.
That's
true.
reverse capping.
That's true. That is. Yeah.
Look, remember we talking about clout?
Ooh,
We
that's
talking about clout in the last
good.
episode, right?
Yeah.
And the episode was that even people sometimes, what do we say? We say clout ain't got to be all the time. I want to be seen. I want to be seen. I want to be seen. Sometimes it's just you're not doing what you should do. You know what I'm
those
saying?
people that say, "Don't look at me, don't look at me," but they really want you to
That's
look
clout.
at them.
That's clout. Right.
Yeah.
That's clout, right? So sometimes that's reverse
We
clout.
talking about with these pictures though, Montreal. We talking about with these
What?
pictures.
I
No,
think-
no,
I
really
think-
though. But why do you have to post something and say, "I love myself and my skin"? Why do you need to post that? What's the purpose of that?
To show others
If you're
that
not
you- that
capping
you-
on the
that you
fact that you
validate.
have high, you don't have to tell me you have high self-esteem.
It's gonna be high.
gonna be
With your self-esteem.
Because you're
In the
probably,
real world.
but you probably capping though. That's the thing.
Might be capping.
You probably
Oh,
don't
so,
have
hold
that
on.
high of a
So we
of
own
a
something.
self-esteem.
So we own something. So we realize that capping is everything other than true identity.
Because even
All right,
if
so-
you are being, a little bit vulnerable or what have you, there's probably still some cap in there.
So we get to a good point. I love this, right? So can we say that capping is everything outside, everything that you're trying to prove on the outside is capping?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I'm trying to get anybody in this room to believe it, and I'm going out my way to do it.
Love it.
Not informing them, because some people can post those pictures and not be capping. Like they might be talking to people like them, right?
Uh-huh.
And they're saying,
Like
you're
trying to
beautiful,
encourage.
you're beautiful in your skin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But majority of the time it ain't that.
Yeah, sometimes people they be trying to use their testimony. They
Right.
wasn't always like that, so they try to show people that you could be like this.
Right. Before and after and stuff like that, right?
Sometimes they still be capping with that,
But you still can be capping with that.
Yeah, I'm on the fence.
Absolutely.
I'm on the fence.
To me, cap is this.
no, not
Cap is not telling the full story, and cap is not being honest to your being. You get it? It's like not putting it out there in full flow. You get it? So and it's hard to tell cap.
true. Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, it's really, really difficult to tell what's cap and cap. And I'm not about to be out here being the cap police neither.
Right,
I'm gonna be out here talking about that's cap, because I got enough. I'm capping right there doing that. But I think the original point is just to calm down. Like, who told you wasn't beautiful in your skin anyway for you to point that?
Right.
Yeah, I think the platform itself makes it cap. Like, social media is a platform.
I think it's cap. I think it's full of cap.
stood up here to say something for cap.
Soapbox, yeah.
The soapbox. I think.
I don't know if you're
I was
talking
about- I was
about,
about to say that.
yourself, though. I'm
No,
really
I was
having a
about
hard
to- I
time
was-
thinking it's not.
I was about to say that. I was about to say that because I don't even know. I think that it's almost like trying to take something that wasn't made for something and make it that. You know what I'm saying? Like if it wasn't made to be genuine, I can't take something that wasn't made to be genuine and make it genuine, because it was created for non-genuineness. Like, it's created to be disingenuous. I think is the word, right? And I think we do that sometimes with these things, these social media. I'm not anti-social media. I'm not anti-posting, but I think sometimes it can get overboard, as with anything. Like eating is good, right? But you can eat too much and make yourself sick.
Right.
Drinking water is good, but you can drink too much water and drown yourself, right? And I think with anything else, it's the same thing. I think you can get over to the point to where it becomes capsized. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes to the point to where it's capping. It's now you capping. And then, but the crazy thing is that people are looking from the outside.
Yep.
You get
Believing it.
And believing it, and then believing on it. And don't talk about they got the nerve to pray for it. Everybody's online telling somebody how to run their business. But you know how many details are inside of running a business or a relationship or being something? You know how many details? How old are you? What race are you?
So many
What gender are you? What
Where
do
do
you
you
believe?
live? Where
Where
do
do
you
you live?
live?
How long have you
Big
been living
difference.
there? Mom and dad? Just mom? Just dad? No mom and dad. Grandma? Like, there's so many different factors that it sounds like the law to me. it sounds confusing. It doesn't sound plain anymore. It sounds like the vision becomes complicated, and you're trying to do all these different things, and you're chasing so many things that you end up staying in one space
Yep.
and running in circles because of cap.
Catching nothing, yeah.
You don't catch nothing. Chase 2 rabbits, you didn't catch none of them, right? It becomes cap. And I think the answer, go ahead.
I was just saying, you really can't take anything for face value because it's so deep. You know how we say how people are basically walking stories?
Oh my goodness.
So you have such a long past and history and feelings and just, you've been through so many things, you couldn't verbally tell me everything.
Right.
Even if you wanted to. And I couldn't even
couldn't do
live
it.
through it all. I mean,
couldn't
your
do it.
parents don't know everything about you.
You couldn't do it.
So technically, you can't take everything for what you see because you can never see all of it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you missing something.
You're missing something.
You might as well come back in and face yourself.
Face yourself.
Basically.
And that's really the thing.
Yeah.
Face yourself, face your true self, your identity. I think we disrespect trees on the regular. I ain't trying to be no tree hugger. But we look at them.
Starting to sound like it, bro.
Well, I'll hug them. I'll hug a tree.
Clear it up, bro.
But we look at them. We buy fruit. We were talking about it last week at the end.
Climb trees, huh?
You a tree hugger? You a tree hugger? Hey, we was talking about fruit. I told everybody in the room. We was talking after, and I said, everybody go find. This would be good for everybody who's watching RedIn30 or listening. To go find out, what's your favorite fruit? Did we say that last time?
I think
No, we were talking about it after, I think, right? What's
Afterwards,
your favorite fruit?
Grapefruit.
Cantaloupe.
Okay. I don't know, pineapples, right? I just picked that one. I don't know. Right? How does,
Pineapples, bro.
You like grapes?
I mean, grapes. Okay,
Pineapples.
grapes. How do they grow? If you had to grow some pineapple or grow some grapefruit tomorrow, could you grow them? Yes, y'all believe you could grow them.
Yeah.
But do you know the processes?
Do I know the processes?
Yeah, the
I
specific
don't know the
process.
process.
Me neither, right?
Yeah, I don't know nothing.
I know it starts with a seed.
All right, start with a seed and some
I
ground.
know that much.
Right, but even the process, I don't want to get too deep into it. You can YouTube it; it's so great.
Yeah.
Right, but seeing the process makes me respect the fruit so much because I see the process. We look at trees all day long, and we never recognize the roots.
Where they come from.
Never recognize that this was here before you. Probably most trees you see was here before you. And gonna be here after you. That's crazy.
Yeah. Right.
And so, but seeing the process,
They some real ones.
but like I'm not saying don't buy fruit from the grocery store. Go buy it, right?
Yeah.
But when you buy fruit from the grocery store, that's a symbolism of cap. You're capping because you're benefiting from something that you didn't know the process of. On the slick.
Yeah.
I'm just catching the principle.
I'm about to say, you going down a rabbit hole now, bro.
Well, look,
You going down a rabbit hole.
I'm just catching the principle.
Yeah, I get you.
I'm just catching the principle because I'm not saying don't. But if we go back to the original, man, like this stuff was grown from the ground, and I do think that even things take too long to grow now because of our mentality, because of our belief system, and it's a lot of cap going on. But if you catch the process of it, then you respect the process of it, and then maybe you might grow something on your own. I got plans of growing some things that'll grow here in Louisiana and figuring out how to do it. But it's that process that makes you appreciate it. And so if you don't acknowledge the process, you're capping. You capping when you say you want something, but don't acknowledge the process.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's cool, ain't it?
I like that.
And then it makes you go back to the first part we were saying too. Sometimes you asking for something, and then you asking for you like the harvest, so you pray for that, and then he gonna give you what that looks like in seed form.
Yeah.
And the seed got to go in the ground.
Yeah. A lot of
Be
times people
by
don't like that
itself.
part.
No, they don't like it. It got to go in the ground. It's got to be by itself. It's dark. It's dirty because it's surrounded by dirt. It's going to rain, so sometimes it'll feel like it's smothered and drowning. Come on, put yourself as a seed into the ground for a minute, right? But this becomes the process. And it said, and the scripture says this: the seed got to go and it abides alone, and it said got to go in and it got to die.
Yeah. Yep. That's crazy, bro.
You got to die for
Yeah.
right? I'm crucified with Christ. All that stuff we
Some
saying.
days you don't know what's what, bro. You don't know what you're getting.
Right.
You don't know what you're getting. But you embrace it, that pressure.
Yeah.
You embrace it, that pressure, right? You embrace it because there's something that's happening. There's something that's coming from you. I can imagine that pressure become when you're budding something, when a branch is budding something.
Yeah.
I can imagine that pressure. I had a fun
Gotta break
fact.
through.
Got to break through. I got a fun fact. Remember, in John 15, he said, I'm the vine.
Oh yeah.
You're the branches. I hit, in the Strongs, I hit vine, and you automatically when you hear branches, you think a tree trunk. But it wasn't even like that. like the vine was the like they call it the threshing floor, like the floor where everything break all the roots and everything start breaking in different directions, and that becomes the vine. It's like the beginning of the whole process. And then the branches are anything that comes off from that. So, because some things don't grow up in trees. Some fruits do grow up in trees and grow off on the normal way we see branches. But some things just grow straight from the ground. Yeah. Tomatoes do that. I think grapes grow up the orchard or whatever like that. Like they don't necessarily need a whole tree trunk process.
Yeah, right.
And I thought that was cool because like it begin. I'm the vine, so I'm the beginning of it.
Yes.
See, I'm the. Who I am is the beginning, the identity, right? And then you're the branches, so you need to know that whatever you come from, the original part is me.
It's me, yeah.
The original identity of who you are. Now, it may go off and birth some fruit, but just remember that the original part of that is me. I love that, man. I love it because you know the process. I think what's beautiful about Christ is processing. I like the stories when they said he was tired. You know what I'm saying? Those be my favorite parts. When they said he was hungry. Because, growing up, I don't know about y'all, but for me growing up, Jesus was Superman.
Definitely.
He was a superstar. He couldn't do no wrong. He never made no mistakes. Although Jesus never said he never made mistakes.
Model citizen, yeah.
Everybody else called him sinless. He never did that.
That's true.
We'll mark that part of the video. and not only did he not say it, but he never used that as a jumping a springboard to say why he was getting so much done.
Validate.
Oh yeah, like I'm.
He never said, "Well, because I'm holy, this is why God is using me." Never did it.
Never.
Don't call me good. Ain't nobody good but one.
Yeah,
See,
we talked about it.
That's no cap.
No cap. He all no cap.
Don't call me good. Like
don't call me good. What you say we talked about?
Yeah, I said we talked about it because I remember one time we talked about. You remember the episode with what was that Robot Chicken? When he was like, hey, we
gotta post that. We gotta post that clip too.
They had Jesus throwing it or whatever. But like in the story, like he didn't throw it.
He didn't throw it. And right. Which means he without sin cast the first stone, and he didn't throw no stone. That's good.
Yeah,
that's true.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's the idea because at the time, even him sinning, like sin, whatever it was, right? He was doing something against the law.
This makes sense now,
right? It makes sense, don't it?
I'm just thinking, how religious people are already. Like they already expected him to be this sinless lamb, like this king.
Right.
And
which
so,
is what? Like what's that?
I'm saying, so even after his life, when he died, rose again, and then went up to heaven, the story could still have that cap in it because that's what they expected anyway. Well, like regardless of us having the little we have in the Gospels, I feel like they would still tell that part like that because that's what they want.
They tell it like that now.
Like you need to come up as a person because you can't be Jesus.
Well, somebody told me that one time. Somebody told me you ain't Jesus.
Yeah. They like that one. They like that one.
Word.
Like you good, but you ain't that good.
Right. But see, and he wasn't even trying to look for us to be good. Right.
He said he wasn't good.
That's dope, but that's cap. That's cap. The way that we learn. Christianity is cap.
Yeah.
Jeremiah gives you the go ahead.
Talk about it.
Mainstream Christianity, not to the when we don't get down to it. It's cap.
Absolutely.
Because we tell the stories from the good parts. Has anybody y'all watching?
Yep.
We ain't never read. This is so crazy right now. But rarely do y'all read Song of Solomon. We'll never go to that in the church. We ain't got no reason. He talking about two breasts like two rolls. And they're like mountaintops. And like he's saying stuff like that in there. Right? It's in the Bible. The holy written word of the Bible, inspired by men, inspired by the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
Inspired by men. I'm joking. It's the breast part I had to say.
It was funny. It's inspired by men.
No, in actuality, if you go to the root of it, it was inspired by women.
He just said what he just spoke his vision. He's speaking his vision. Write the vision, make it plain. Listen, so
come on,
he doesn't run with it. Throw it, Terry. Wait for it. It will not.
Wow. Okay. Keep saying what you were trying to say.
Expound.
So how many stories?
OMG.
How many stories, right? Do you not know? We talking about Abraham, we was talking before the thing, right?
Yeah.
Father of faith. Leave family, kindred from the land I'm going to show you. But the same guy that lied and said his wife wasn't his wife. Talking about that's how you said it? How you said it?
They're my sister.
Hey, if I knew Abraham had a stuttering problem, dog, I have a whole nother.
Oh my God, that's my sister.
They're my sister.
Because he's scared that they're gonna kill him.
Why you sound like a slave, though?
He probably did sound like a slave. That's my sister, boss. Right? Because she right there.
My sister.
That's my sister.
No.
Hey, and why he did it? Because he's scared they're gonna kill him because she was bad. She had to be bad, right?
She was bad.
And I can imagine how would she have looked at him, Nakia? Like you with your
Like,
old
oh,
man.
really?
Oh, really? Let's see right there. The hand. The hand.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna show you your sister.
Well, I'm gonna be your sister later on too. When we get out of here, I'm
gonna be your sister tonight too.
always your sister in the Lord. Right? But that's Father Faith.
Hey, I about to say about Abraham. She was actually she wanted to get back at me, and she wanted to be my sister with all the guards and all the other men or whatever. She wanted to be my sister then, and started doing some stuff. I probably would not have had to worry about anything because I would have killed her myself. God would have had to provide somebody else.
A ram in the thicket. We need another ram, Lord. Not for my son, from old lady this time.
Because I killed her.
He ain't come get it like
Give me a horse this time.
I killed her. She started playing them games.
Started playing the game, but it's Cap.
Hey, he
That's
started
Cap.
the game.
The way we learn the story is Cap. Father of faith, Abraham, all
Hey.
of No, but he's the same guy. She's the same one that laughed.
Oh, you know another good one.
When God said he's going to do
yeah.
it, right? Same one that laughed,
Right.
and then told him to do something other than what God wanted him to do.
Yep. And he
Right?
did it.
And he did it. It was Ishmael, Isaac, right? Like these are the stories if you slow
Know
down.
the whole story.
Right?
Yep.
Solomon, the wisest man in the world, right?
I was just about to say this.
Wisest
was the
man ever,
wives.
right? Nobody wiser than him than Jesus, right?
Yo,
300 wives, 700 concubines, 1,000 females.
Yep. 1,000.
Why though? I want to know. What you know why?
1,000.
Thousands and thousands.
I can only imagine why.
Leverage.
But it was leverage.
Leverage.
Because
leverage.
it was leverage because he was marrying.
You own the woman. You own everything her family came
Yeah,
with.
and you inherit all of it. So he was trying to rule the world.
Yeah.
Right?
Basically.
Honestly, he's trying to be smart about it, but he had the wrong way.
Yeah.
But he's the wisest.
He's the wisest.
He's stupid.
Go
in
over
that
another.
aspect,
You
bro.
go over Proverbs, and then you go over another one. It was Lamentations. Lament means to cry. That he up there talking about everything, vanity and vexation.
Yeah.
I done got all this stuff. This guy.
Right.
We don't go there. We don't read that, and it's Cap. The majority of how we learn things is Cap.
Catberry.
I found out Gideon was a coward. Or was he a coward, or was he was a coward? I think it was. Shout out to the Bible Project. We like I learned about these people and how their personality were. If you slow down and read it, then it's like this is why. But I learned the Cap because I learned the 300. And that's a real thing.
Yep.
Right.
That's a real thing. It's legit.
Yeah.
But I don't know the whole story.
Right.
So now when I realize he's a coward, I can see why 29,000 people went back when he said who's scared. Because you done raised a bunch of cowards.
Yep.
You get
so
it?
much sense.
That brings so much context.
Yeah.
It's either Kappa context, right? But it brings so much context so that I know that I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to touch on what we really just learned from Paul Scanlon.
Oh yeah, you're right.
His
Right.
post.
Right. Shout out to Paul Scanlon too. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna start putting people's information out there because these
yeah.
are just
Good-
for me
good
personally,
followers.
and I think for us, and we have other ones. But I know it was a specific trail that I was on when I started really knowing more about Jesus. And there were certain people that came into my life that I just wouldn't have never found. It's not mainstream people. And I probably would have never found some of these books and different things that really was pushing me in the same direction. Paul Scanlon is one of them. So shout out to Paul Scanlon, paulscanlon.com. And you can find him on Instagram, Paul Scanlon UK. He's a dope teacher and just he used to be a pastor, now he's a teacher. It's dope. But he put a post today and he said, you know, everybody talking about keeping Christ in Christmas. He said, but he put a picture with the nativity thing and everything. It's a cooler picture. We'll post it on this so everybody can see it. And it says, let's keep Herod in Christmas. You know, Herod was the king at the time.
Yeah.
And he goes on to explain how everybody's talking about keep Christ in Christmas, and we whitewash it and we make it this beautiful little story. And once again, if
The
you like
virgin
it,
birth.
yeah, and if you like it, I like Christmas. I like it. I understand what it is. I know we're gonna get some hot chocolate, some eggnog. We're gonna kick it with the friends. We got days off. We're gonna pass our gifts. So let's just take it for what it is, a cool little holiday, right?
Days
Right?
off.
Right?
We have to make that a sound.
Right?
effect.
We do have to make the sound effect. We're gonna do it tonight. Right? But it's cool. But when you understand what it is,
Yeah.
but he was saying how people that you don't even realize, they say, let's keep the idea of Herod. Because at the same time that Jesus is here and these wise men are looking for Jesus to worship him, hundreds of kids, newborns and young kids are getting murdered.
Yep.
Yep.
I want you to use your imagination. Let's slow down for a minute. Use your imagination for a minute.
Yep.
It's just right here where you are right now, wherever you live. You know any little kids?
2 years and under.
Y'all know any kids 2 years and 2 years? I do have some. I have a niece that's under 2 years, right? Like, can you
Newborns, all
newborns,
that.
right? The people like, can you imagine that they all have to die because everybody's looking for this kid? That gives a whole nother connotation on the nativity scene and Christmas and the wise men and all that stuff now. The star
Yep.
in the east, even
And
though
the
I get it.
perfected, they say how perfect the spirit was. You know what I'm saying? As
Right.
we feel like, you know,
Right.
the spirit of Christmas. It's
Right,
just
right.
like happy
joy,
joyous, everybody's
good
in a
tidings
great
to men.
mood.
And mind you,
giving
Look at the whole picture around the city though.
yeah, look at the whole picture.
Let's
and
look at the
mind
whole
you,
picture, right.
so at this particular time, ain't no good tidings. You just killed my infant.
Yep.
There's no good time. I don't care who you said coming.
Ooh, what was Christmas for those families who
Right.
just lost a
Right.
child?
Well,
I mean,
and right.
we're saying he was born around the
Right.
Same
Like
time
what
we're
was the
celebrating.
moment? Good tidings? Good tidings. I mean, do you believe that when the angel says all these different things and everybody's getting murdered? What if you have a cousin that's kids got murdered
That's crazy.
and you have to deal with the grief?
Yeah.
I don't know the process of grieving back then. I don't know what, because murder was a whole lot. You know, they said men's lifespan was like 37, 38 at the time because there was just so much war and stuff going on. He was killing people and just whatever, right? But like, imagine. But even in the midst of that, there's still good tidings.
Yep.
I can't understand it. We talked about the shack one time and how people, you don't understand because you're so close to the ground, you don't see the eye level.
Don't even
but how
know
can
what's
this
going
be?
on.
Right, but the kids, there's a whole generation of kids in the city that's dead.
Yeah.
Yet.
Right? But yet
Her
there's
birthday.
good tidings
All right.
because the Savior is here.
So you just think about the bloodbath like the wise men had to walk through
Really?
to get there.
Really?
That's crazy, bro.
Dude, that's crazy.
That's crazy,
That's
dog.
another
No,
connotation
even
on
the
Christmas, bro.
mindset.
Yeah, the scene you see.
Hey, we kind of soft, right?
No, we way
I
soft.
know we in America, we extra soft, but we just soft in general. This whole
we way
time.
soft.
We West soft.
But, right. We
extra
westernized
soft.
soft. Right. I could thug it out though.
Yeah.
Could you handle it?
Yes. Drop me off. Don't drop me off.
You want
And
to
then-
drop me
no.
off in Jerusalem? Where you want
Don't
to
drop
where
me
you wanna
off. Don't drop me off. But if I ever got dropped off,
Hey,
we'll
that
make
part
it.
wasn't prophesied either, right? You know, they
With the
knew
kids
Jesus.
dying?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't prophesied, but if you go, there was a story just like it in the Old Testament
Really?
with Moses.
Oh yeah.
Because they said there was a kid coming and Pharaoh
Yes,
killed.
yes.
Yeah, it's the same principle,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
I'm saying how strong your belief has to be
Man.
to know this going on, but you also know you believe in the prophecy, so you're
Man.
gonna go ahead.
and just keep going. Like I even like think about like people that were upset about somebody still having their baby. Why they didn't kill your baby? Right? They kill everybody else's baby with this equal rights, right? Why they didn't kill your baby? How you kept your baby? Who you know?
I'm like, you better not have that baby yet, girl. You better hold on.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But hold on, let's move.
Yes.
And that's what they did. They went to a whole nother place.
Yeah.
Went to another place.
Yeah.
The concept, the context, keeps you from capping.
Yeah.
You know, Christmas can be capped.
Yeah. Oh, it definitely is.
It is
Because
cap.
you're caught up on everything,
Yeah.
and some people break their cap when they spending limit too, just because they're trying to reach
Calm
something.
down.
Yeah.
Calm down. That ain't what it's about. You
It's a
can do it and have fun.
government- it's a government holiday.
Listen, we were talking about going to see a movie tonight. We were talking about going to see everything. I watch. Like I'm not saying, but you have to know that I know that when I used to watch Wile E. Coyote and the Road Runner, I know when that Joker jump off the cliff and he hit the ground and he back alive. I had to know that wasn't real. Like I couldn't jump off a cliff and come
Something
back.
ain't Right.
I knew you wasn't about to hit me with a gun, shoot me with a gun, and then
Or
I'm
run
gonna come
into
back
the
looking
side
smoke.
of a mountain that was painted like a real.
It's not about to happen, bro. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? You know what I'm saying?
man.
So I respect
Hey,
the culture
Cap
for what it
raised
is.
us.
We were raised on Cap.
Raised on Cap.
Cap calm, right? Like it was raised,
Really though.
It's all Cap,
Saturday
man.
morning.
That's it. You know what I'm
Saturday
saying?
morning Cap.
Saturday morning Cap. And but once again,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so now we have faith for these things. I was watching a thing I saw today, and I just so happened to see it. I follow all these weird Instagrams where you learn stuff, and they show a video of how they do. You know, they do the commercial. You see the Coke, or they're pouring beer, and they pour it in, and the beer goes in there, and hits the side of the glass and go up the glass. And the ice is shaking. And it's like, oh man, like I got to get me like. That's why I think that's why people drink beer now because I've tasted beer before.
Yeah.
And it's not pleasant.
They make it look appetizing.
Listen, I've tasted beer and alcohol.
Yeah.
What kind you want? Listen, and
How do you want
none of it. None of it. But you know, you watch the little show, and they be like, "You want something to drink?" And they pour the little short glass, and they got a couple cubes of ice, and they pour a little, little brown liquor in there.
Yeah.
That stuff is horrible.
Yeah.
Nobody want to sit there and just be drinking them. Like, nobody want to sit there and be drinking this stuff, man. But
Right.
it's cap.
Yeah.
They be drinking it like it's juice.
Always make everything look better than what it is.
They do it in the movies all the time, man.
Oh,
You ain't never.
They got the little cups and they fill a little whiskey.
You ain't never, and they be like,
they drink it, bro.
Come to find out, that was Coca-Cola.
Listen, you have
Ain't
never had a burger from any restaurant you've seen a commercial on that looked like the commercial.
Nah, never.
Not one time.
Not
Definitely
once.
not from Burger King.
Not one time.
Little
You
flat
never.
pancake looking burger.
Never. And so I saw the thing where they had the glass was hooked to a little machine type thing, like a little animatronic type thing, and it was flying around, and it was timed to pour the water in the glass. And so whoever the photographer was had to really shoot it a certain way to catch it where they wasn't catching the machine, but it was catching the exact look. And I'm like, this is what we getting. And so now I'm sitting there like, man, I'm thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, when they just got that out of me, in actuality, that wasn't what I was calling for.
Yeah.
But they gave me an image.
Yep.
And because of the image, now I wanted
That.
whatever they had, this chicken or that, whatever, because they gave me an image.
Yep.
Majority of stuff ain't even real.
Right.
It could be plastic or it can be like, made out of different other stuff. And it sits there so perfectly.
Yep.
But it's not even real. I remember going to a restaurant, it's a fancy restaurant, but they bring out a dessert tray. And the dessert tray is not all is but I got somebody that I work with. And one time he stuck it. They left the tray there. And he stuck his finger in the. It was like a pie or something. Yeah. And he was like, I don't want this one because this one don't taste good. It was all butter though.
Yeah.
But he stuck his finger in it thinking it was like a lemon pie or something like that.
Oh, bro.
He was like, they dessert's not too good here. Like, hey, bro, this fake, bro.
Oh,
Yeah, bro.
Oh
Are you ever seen
my
them
God.
fake flowers? Fake flowers or fake, with the grapes people have in their house?
Oh, bro.
You just want to look like you got grapes in your house.
They
Huh?
had
Good, too.
these joints at the house that we was at in Orlando, bro. Look like real tangerines, bro.
Did you grab one?
Last year I did. This year I
You ready for this
did. I'm
year?
ready for this
I'm
year.
ready for you this year.
Bro, I was like, man, they dope. They put out some fresh fruit for us and everything.
Yeah, like,
bro.
what is kill it.
It's not real.
Hey, bro.
Not
That's
real.
what I'm saying, bro. Cap. Cap. And the commercials. The families on the commercials. The, you always see certain type of people on commercials.
Talk about it.
Certain people that look a certain way, they shaped a certain way, their hair's a certain way. I never forget when natural hair started coming in.
And you wouldn't see a
And
black
all of a
girl
sudden-
without natural hair. on
And
the
now it's
commercial.
like, they froed out.
Listen,
they got,
you bet not flat on that hair.
And
for
I'm
a
like,
commercial.
No, you better flat.
I'm like,
Hey, I'm
whoa,
going to flat on mine.
and it moves always what they think
Yeah.
the market wants.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember coming up. I remember when I first started doing music. Not first start, but I remember I had a friend that was in a singing group, and I knew how old she was.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like 21, 22. But her and I know another girls in the group too. Matter of fact, I know all the girls in the group, right? And I knew all of them were 21, 22 years old, maybe 23, right? And they really listed themselves as like 16 and 17.
Man, I had a bad joke just now, but I didn't say it. And I'm happy I didn't say it. But
You know I want to know, right?
that's
Put it in your phone.
But that's cap though.
That's
That's cap though.
That's cap. That's cap.
Yeah.
Because they're looking what the market wanted.
Yeah.
I was watching. It's so funny about the Millennium Tour right now. Y'all saw the post?
Yeah, with Omarion.
Yeah. Amari, they put them boys out there.
God.
Oh, you want my old lady?
Oh,
You want to talk to my old lady?
God.
Have her in.
Hey, I want the
Have her
Vlad.
at home, boy.
my
It was a Vlad interview too. He did a Vlad interview. It was like, how do you feel about it? Vlad be trying to get him work. He was like, certain ways I wouldn't have done certain things, but they like they be in love. They like they happy. So
Yeah.
to each his own. Then 2 days later, he dropped the and none of them
Y'all
on
are invited.
Oh, my God.
it. Right? That's so funny, bro.
Nah, that's good
But-
though.
Watching the interview, I realized how much cap stuff is. So you know, so a lot of people aren't gonna watch this from the era they remember B2K, right? B2K was huge. Well, I found out that B2K was a group before Omarion. Them three were a group without him, and he was a rapper. But yeah. He talked to a story, but he
I can't imagine that boy rapping.
but he from the West Coast. So
Dog, I'm happy he started singing.
right. Well, he a West Coast 80 baby. So at that time, you Snoop.
Bro,
Death Row.
I still don't believe it.
I don't believe it neither, but that's probably what everybody wanted to do at the time, right? Right. He had little braids or whatever. So anyway,
Like, you're definitely an R&B
Right.
singer.
Yeah.
They
And
probably
so-
saw him was like, nope, we're going to do this R&B.
you better learn how to dance, boy.
well, he said there was a house that everybody would go to and perform whatever, and he ended up meeting them
Dancing
there.
rapper.
And so it seemed like they probably didn't have a lead singer because I don't know the rest of them guys can't really sing like that.
Yeah.
He can't really sing like that either, but he's a little better than the rest of them, and he can dance.
Yeah, he can sing.
So him, when he came to it, kind of, and they ended up getting a deal after that. But he was like, we was never really like they were
homies.
already a group and they met me.
Yeah.
So when he spins off and does solo, that was always the intention for him.
Yeah.
We can look at all of them. Destiny's Child, right? That's why it's Destiny's Child, not Destiny's Children, right? Because Destiny's Child was
It's
Beyonce.
only one
One of y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Right? Like NSYNC
The
did the same
lead
thing. Just
singer-
Timberlake spins off because that was the
The
point.
lead singers.
It's always if you go to see these stores and go see these behind the music and different things, you see the different stuff that was going on, and you see what built up to what it is. But it's if you don't know the stories,
Shaq and Kobe.
Shaq and Kobe, right?
Yeah.
And then you don't know the story. You don't know how end up breaking up until you see the things years later. But now you've invested all your heart at the moment. Oh, they broke up and such like this, such like this, such like this.
Listen.
And you capping, they capping, and the industry uses cap.
Yep.
Yeah.
keep
Media
your attention.
in general.
And your emotions.
Come on.
I'll never forget. Remember that this is like 90s, maybe 2000s. Remember they had the 50 Cent Kanye beef.
Oh, yeah.
They talking about they beefing and everything. They gonna say
Yeah,
who gonna sell more records, and
yeah.
both of them went platinum.
Yeah.
That was the point.
All for the cap.
They use it all for the cap.
Yeah.
It's all cap. Most of that stuff they started using cap
Yeah.
to make
Yeah.
sales.
As a tool, yeah.
Cap is huge right now. Most reality TV is to promote something.
Yeah.
It's all cap. And now you're watching, you're caught up. And I'm not saying don't watch things. But I'm saying watch them with the intelligence.
Shit. Yes. Man,
It's
that's a great
cartoons, bro.
word.
Yeah, the intelligence.
great word.
It's cartoons, bro.
Yeah.
So stop being in your feelings. I know Joker be capping on songs. He didn't write that song. One of my favorite
Listen.
albums.
Yeah.
What I'm about to say. What is my favorite album?
You,
shut up.
Confessions.
Sing the song.
Oh,
You got it
my.
bad.
You know the one. No, that's the one I want to know. You know the one I want.
This guy just started a
You know
note.
what song I want.
Hey, one of them was going to be the note, though.
But he talking like
Just
he's talking like he be killing a bunch of them. Which one?
Which one you want to hear?
Give me your autograph. Sign it right here.
Why you had to do
on
the
my
shoulders and all
heart.
that?
Cause I'm in your groove, big baby.
Oh,
You are my superstar. Be a number one fan.
Oh, snap.
Give you an autograph. Sign it right here.
Hey, boo boo.
basically.
Yo,
Got
check
another-
me on
another
tour.
picnic basket.
I'm opening up for the Millennium Tour.
No, nah.
With JP the Trap Boy.
Hey, the trap boy, make him back.
Oh my God.
Sub-Zero flow.
But there it is. So Confessions
Yeah, Confessions.
had the whole storyline.
Bro, I loved it.
Baby got a baby outside. He not married though, so I'm like, how do you have a baby outside? You not married, but cool. And the whole
It was
story,
outside of the confines of their relationship,
Remember the music
bro.
come on? He in the stop playing with me.
Don't even go. Don't
You
go there.
serious? You serious? Put that on everything, right? right.
That was good.
That whole thing. We sitting there watching. I'm like,
I'm like, no.
and I'm like,
These are my confessions. Just
and I was like, dang. Then they like him and Chili, and they broke up, mother. And we had got so far in the story that he went diamond.
Yep.
That boy sold 10 million records
Rhythm
plus.
City and everything, bro.
Everything.
Yep.
And it was like, then they come to find out that I know the people that wrote the album now. And I really know the people that wrote the album. It's crazy. And I realized that it was about another dude.
Right. Wasn't even about Usher.
It wasn't even
Chili,
about
bro.
Usher. It was about another dude and his old lady, which I knew his old lady. And then I realized I found all the scoop scooped out.
Scooped
You
out.
don't know the story.
No
you don't
cap.
Know the story.
You don't know the story.
But I invested so much of my adolescent emotions into
that
Confessions,
story.
bro.
Yeah, I was in there. I was having a conversation. Did you hear what happened?
Bro.
I'm a bit affecting my relationships.
Bro, that Burn video came out, bro. Everything in my life, bro. I was like, tear it all down, man. This ain't right, bro.
This ain't right.
This ain't right,
Burn,
man.
let it burn. Let it burn. And I'm
Let
up
it
burning
burn.
my bridges. I remember they had a group called Profile on the same time. And I had a little bad relationship, whatever. And a song called Liar.
A little bad
And the thing say, nothing but a liar, a cheater, deceiver, heartbreaker. And I won't let you back in my life. So I'm taking the house, the car, the kids, and the dog. I want it all. You're nothing but a liar, a cheater. Boy, I ain't had no house, no car, no dog, no keys. I ain't had a key to my own mama them house. What I'm gonna take back from her? But I was singing it. I was leaving it on voicemail, all kind of stuff. But I'm
Oh,
like,
no, you wasn't.
yeah,
though.
you called me. It's on my voicemail. You called me.
my
Hey,
God.
hey, it's my trail. Leave a message. Nothing but
What? That's hilarious, dog.
Yo, you know we put our emotions on our voicemail back in the
Yeah,
day.
man,
But
what
the
you
fact that he
mean?
really want her to hear that part, though.
Yeah, because you about to call.
You gonna call, and
As
I'm
soon
gonna
as
let
you
you
call.
know.
Nothing but
Hilarious.
I'm taking the house, the dog. Ain't got
She
none of
probably was
that.
sad, too. He taking everything from me.
He's taking everything. I'm
He
like,
didn't give you none of
I ain't
that.
got nothing. Give me that teddy
She
bear.
might not even have a sweatshirt, bro.
Oh,
She
my
might not
God.
even have a sweatshirt.
But once again, I done put all my.
Yep.
Today, Cap is still
Everything.
the same.
Yeah.
Cap is even stronger right now. Everybody talking about what they gonna do. I got this big 40, and I'm about to run up on me and my whatever. I know y'all.
Yeah.
I know.
I know you. fellas.
I know some of your favorite rappers. I know y'all.
Yeah.
I know where you grew up at.
Yeah.
I know you're not about that life. Now you may be around some goons right now, but that ain't you. But it's Cap.
Clarence grew up with both parents.
Both parents.
With a good
That boy,
parents.
one boy
He went
named.
to a private school.
Yeah. I'm
He
like, man.
graduated with honors.
Hey, he did. Like Plies. That's how Plies. Plies was valedictorian.
And then you up in school
Son.
making F's.
But I also need to know what school Plies went to and was a
Also,
valedictorian.
was it
Hey,
Marshall?
nobody ever said that part, though, dude.
That's good. See context.
We need context.
But that's how it goes. And so
Yeah.
it'd be so funny when you find out these people's real names too.
Right.
Like Jamie Foxx's name is Eric Bishop.
Come on.
Trey Songz's name is Tremaine Neverson.
Will we like you as much?
Bro, his last name Neverson?
Neverson, boy.
Like the son of Neville?
Neverson, boy. The son of Never, right? Neverson. Never, son.
Dog, that's the worst name.
Never. You gonna be an artist with that last name? Never, son.
Neverson.
Never. We gonna put that last name on the album
my
cover.
God.
Tremaine Never, son.
Neverson.
You're never gonna be nothing, son.
Hey, hashtag never.
Or like Clifford, T.I.'s
bro.
Clifford or whatever.
Yeah, Clifford,
right?
yeah.
I know this, like everybody name, everybody got a real name, but it's just funny how you see all these things and you build these characters.
But that's not the real them.
Characters. You're building
That's not
characters.
the real them. Like Rick Ross is really like a drug dealer from way back. You know what I'm saying? But
Ricky Ross.
But he picked his name, so now it has a certain buzz to it or some street stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah, I remember people was upset, boy, when they found out he used to be a security guard, boy.
Bro,
like, hold on.
they showing the pictures.
You a lie, boy.
They showing the picture, right? They
You
showing
was
the
working at
pictures.
the mall.
Yeah.
You're that guy.
I saw that boy walking through the airport that time.
Oh, yeah.
Cap. I thought you had a G5. Cap.
Let me
Cap.
Cap.
It's all cap, and so you begin to live your life
Based on.
off of cap. I love.
And stop, just thinking about just women. Just
Talk
be,
to 'em.
be
Talk to 'em.
yourself.
Talk
Be
to 'em.
yourself.
Come on.
Be yourself.
Here's Nakia's corner. Go
Here's
ahead.
Nakia's corner. I was about to say that.
I don't have much to say.
My guy.
Yo, talk to him.
Just say,
Kia's corner. Go ahead.
There it is.
I just want to say, you don't have to try to be like these
Look at the
other
camera.
women
Talk to him in the camera.
who are. Which camera?
The one,
Pick one.
That one right there. The one in the
Okay,
middle.
yeah,
That one right there is pointing towards you.
Okay. Hey, you don't have to.
You saw that?
Boy, she
cap.
transformed.
Cap.
Well, because I looked at 3.
When
She's like,
the red light comes
Y'all are
on, I
exaggerating.
Good. I'm sorry. Good.
So you turned into a different person just now.
No, what
Is
I
this my
said,
camera?
I
Which one?
finally found the camera.
You found the camera. Go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
Y'all
Kia's
are
corner.
doing too
Kia's
much.
corner. Go ahead. You got it.
The
We're gonna
gas.
be
Stop
quiet.
the gas.
We're gonna be quiet.
Too much gas.
You know, gas is something different
I don't
right
even
now.
have that much to say. I'm just saying stop. I
It's
don't.
something
I'm
different
just
right
saying we see
Talk
other
to them.
women that we want to aspire to be like.
Right.
I just want to say.
And they ain't even nothing.
Ray, you
Well, I'm
really
not saying
don't
nothing,
know.
Hey, Drew. God, dog.
I ain't saying they ain't nothing,
Don't say
but
it nicer
Killing
than
life.
that. But they're really not everything you think that they are. And half of these people you definitely don't personally know them. And like you said earlier, they're only posting what they want. I've had conversations with people on the phone, and then I read their caption.
Right.
It was totally different
totally different.
story that they're
From the
selling
story,
based
yeah.
on with the truth that I know. So
Totally
all
different.
I'm saying is be yourself.
Be so. You ever look at like a it's about to be so funny. You look at somebody singing, you see them, and they be like, "Man, she like her breath stink." I do this sometimes.
Never had that thought.
He always says that about Beyonce.
I do.
'Cause
No,
she talk
don't
to
you
you.
say that on this
Oh, the beehive about to get you, boy.
camera. No.
You edit this?
No,
You edit this?
No, I don't care.
Hey,
I don't care,
Son,
boy.
the beehive
hey,
don't
no,
play.
he was scared for a second. He said she did not just say this. On
She
the
didn't say
podcast.
that going.
The beehive
Tell your
don't play.
truth.
Cause you know we was up in the
your
place the
truth.
other night, and I was like, they are not going to cut off Beyonce,
And they didn't.
showed they cut off
They
Beyonce.
did.
We kept
They cut
singing
off.
that
They called
morning.
everybody was singing, and they
Bring it
came back
bring it
in.
back.
There you go, boy.
So, but her and some other people, I just feel like.
You think Beyonce breast stink?
Well, it used to be when she had like
She
she had like a
told me.
little shadow right here. It used to be. She ain't got it no more. But she had a little
Hold up,
shadow
she had
right
a
here.
shadow?
Yeah,
Oh,
boy, it was
bro,
strong. It was
I
strong
can't.
right
Oh,
here.
bro, you lying, bro.
I swear to God. I used to pay attention to stuff like that.
She had a
And I'd be
bleach-
like,
she
He's
had a
that
bleach
guy.
on.
He's that
I'm
a
naming-
cute girl
hey.
walks in. He like, look at her feet. She got trashy feet.
Her knuckles is a little
still
darker
cute,
than the rest of
though.
But her
She's still
feet though.
cute.
But her feet though.
That's good though, huh?
Yeah.
Y'all
Her
doing
feet
too
though.
much.
Her
But
feet
her
though.
feet though. Yo,
mean-
you could tell a lot about a female
But you
by the
have
way that she
to-
keeps her feet.
Uh-oh.
If her feet ain't kept right and they trash, that says a lot about
She a
underneath
dirt
her.
foot.
I'm just
She a
saying
dirt
in
foot.
general.
This, I'm
saying,
telling you.
But trying to
somebody-
find.
somebody
Let me see your
daughter-
feet. Let me see your feet.
Somebody daughter a dirt.
Oh,
I'm
dirty,
saying,
crusty.
But always trying to find there's something wrong
Somebody
with
I
somebody.
thought about. I just kicking cinder block.
He was
Bro,
just an example.
I'm telling you, guys, I'm letting
Anything.
y'all know, girls, if your feet is a reflection of your being.
Oh my
if your
God.
feet is trashy,
Beautiful
your
are the
being
feet.
is trashy.
Bible says
Give me a
beautiful are the feet.
scripture. Give me
The
a
Bi- The Bible
scripture.
says beautiful are the feet of them that carry the gospel.
In what verse?
It's somewhere.
Ah.
It's somewhere in
Go
there.
ahead.
Jesus walks.
He washed feet.
Walked on water. Washed the feet. Right.
And?
Shake
So
the
your
dust off
feet- your feet is
He
important.
told him. He said, shake the dust off your feet.
Your feet is important.
And he told him, shake the dust.
He did.
If you go
What
in that
about your
city,
hand? Your feet and your hands, huh?
Yeah. Well, your hands cool. Cause you remember he was like, y'all worry about, the thing that don't go in the man don't defile them.
come on, Jay, you
Come on
preaching.
now.
Come on, Jay.
Now.
Come on,
Y'all worry
Jay.
about us not washing our hands
Come
when
on,
we
Jay.
eat.
Yeah, but
It
your
ain't
feet,
about-
though.
But your feet though.
Dirt foot.
What about your feet though?
Dirt foot. What it is?
Not.
Romans 10:15. What it said? Read.
Oh my God! Hey, I wanted to call out the pastor name just now. I'm not loud. You gotta do it loud so they can hear you on the mic.
Go ahead, call on my uncle, man.
Nah.
Ron, you hear me? I'm out there. I'm out here.
Hey, read.
It says, and how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel and bring glad tidings of good things.
See, so I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. Jay, you ready? I'm about to preach. I'm about to preach. Here's what's wrong. Here's what's wrong.
Yo,
See,
what?
they see
Oh, they go to hand clap.
see people's daughters, right? Listen
People's
to me what I'm
daughters.
saying. People's daughters don't want to carry the gospel.
Hey,
That's why they dirt foot.
I got a
Come on
good
now.
one.
Because
I got a
beautiful
good
are
one.
the
I
feet
got a good one.
of
I
those
got a
that
good
carry
one.
the gospel.
gospel.
But if you don't
Hey.
carry the gospel,
I got a good
that
one.
means your feet are ugly as
Let's talk about.
hell. You heard me? You heard me?
Let's talk about your feet.
Hold on. Let's go.
Let's talk about the feet
It
of the
don't
man.
matter if my
Let's
it
talk
don't
about-
matter
let's
if my
talk
toenail
about
black
the
because I'm
feet
carrying the
of
gospel.
the man. No, it matters. You just said it matters
It
for women.
don't. God don't see it.
You just
God
said,
don't see it.
You just said
God
it
don't
matters,
see it.
though. You just said it matters for
hey,
women.
I just
It
got a
does.
revelation.
But your
you
feet,
know the
though.
women that don't talk in church? The women with ugly feet.
Ugly feet. Why?
Ugly feet women.
Because they don't know the gospel and they can't carry it.
They ain't
Go stand
carrying it.
over there.
Shut up, because you ain't got the gospel.
First of all, the men who
Speak.
supposedly preaching
Speak.
and preaching their gospel have horrible feet. Your feet is disgusting.
Son,
I can only
sometimes-
imagine what your feet look like. I know what your feet look like.
Hey, my feet.
Wait
Hold
a minute.
on. Don't play
Wait,
me.
I get
My-
pedicures on the regular. Okay?
and
I know
my
you high maintenance.
Listen,
I don't
take
know.
care of my
I don't
feet.
know. I know
Listen.
this feet right here.
I take care of
all
my
I know,
feet.
all I
feet
know,
right here.
you put me in a room with 10 niggas, and I promise I'm top 2.
You're not top 2.
Yes.
Oh no, you're not. Oh
Top-
no, you're not.
top-
I've seen pretty.
We can do it in this room right now.
What?
Yo, 1, 2. He might be number 1. I'm gonna be 2. I
I've
guarantee I'll be
seen-
better than his
I've
and his.
Boy, you thinking too highly of yourself.
I hadn't gotten a pedicure lately.
Wait, hold on. No cap. No cap.
Catch me after my
Catch me,
pedicure.
It wasn't. Hey, no cap. We not about to do this.
Catch me after my pedicure. Right now,
Hey, dog.
right now they're a little dry.
Oh my god, bro.
I need a
That's
pedicure.
funny, dog.
Hey,
Oh,
no
God.
cap.
I need a pedicure.
No cap. No cap. That's right. No cap. No cap.
Yeah, be honest with
But
yourself.
so no cap.
But you
I
cap.
think no cap. But I'm capping. All right, whatever. I'm gonna pedicure the cap
Where
off my
were we?
tonenails.
How did
Hey,
we get on this?
I don't even know.
We talking about pretty feet.
We're
No,
about
we were
pretty
talking
feet, but we're talking
about
about how people be
women.
fronting. People be fronting with different stuff, and people be fronting, looking like certain things.
Oh, we talking about the mustache first.
Talking about Beyonce.
yeah,
Wait, that's what you meant by that?
And you said
the
no,
shadow?
no, yeah, but no, because you said
I didn't get that
you
from
said
that.
because dudes be trying to find somebody
No,
walking.
yeah,
she's
that's what
pretty,
we
but they
talking
be
about.
like,
And she's
her
talking about
feet
he be
look
trying
bad,
to
so
find
she-
women mess up. She got bad elbows or bad toes or something like that.
Yeah, like, yeah,
Her
he
knuckles,
finds
her
that.
knuckles a little weird.
Yeah, well, yeah, he be finding the bad
Yeah. So,
in a woman.
so,
But
but
the-
cap,
Yeah,
no
I-
cap.
The feet of a woman.
No cap, no cap. Beautiful. The feet. No cap. Just carry the gospel, women. Your feet always be beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Dang, bring it back.
Because you
So-
know what? That's good news. That
Good
your feet
news.
ain't
Good
gotta be
news that your
crusted
feet. It's
Yo,
good
keep going,
news.
bro.
It's good news.
I'm
Great.
going. Keep going. Come on.
Nah, but so to reel it in, right? To reel it in.
Hey, we got to get a shirt. It said the good news is my feet not.
Jam. The gospel is
Hey,
the good
I'll
news
wear
is, and you heard it. You got to
Straight
go
out the nail
back.
salon,
Yo,
I'm wearing that
the
T-shirt.
good
You
news
get the
is
first one.
my feet
You getting the
done.
first shirt.
That's it. You get the first one. We're gonna
White
wait.
toes get yours.
White toes get yours. Oh,
White
word,
toes get
word.
yours. That's a real
Hey,
thing. I
So,
find
but
out.
context. Context is key. No cap.
Key.
And I'm going back to so we can wrap it up. I'm going back to that. I love the fact that Jesus kept it cap free.
Hey, set the captives
He
free.
set the cap till it's free. I come to set the
Y'all
cap.
killing it tonight.
Come on, Jay. That's it. Hey, bro. That's it right there. I come to set the cap
Wow, that's a good one.
till it's free.
Hey.
Hey, next time you preach and you use the scripture, you got to say it like that. I
Got
come to
to.
set the cap till it's free.
Only so many people gonna get that.
Yo, it's going to be like
I'm
one
going to
or
be like,
two.
oh, he did it.
Hey, that time he was preaching, he go bars. Like three
They
people
like,
start laughing.
He trying to tell us to go to the bar?
I'm laughing because I'm like, yeah, that was
Yeah.
bars.
Bars, like,
They don't
come
get
on,
it.
bro. Yeah,
They
they don't
didn't
get
know.
it.
Yeah.
They ain't get it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
go ahead.
But
Demographic.
Kept it cap-free.
no cap, kept it cap free. And so they would tell when he was tired, when he was sleepy, even when he said, you know, and they said 3 times he went back. He said, Lord, if you can't let this cup pass.
Right, yeah.
That's so cap free. I don't know what it is.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But he says, nevertheless, not my will. So in other words, he was saying at that particular time that he had a will other than the will of God.
Yes.
Yep.
And then you know what else?
Because not my will, but thy will. So that means not what I want, but you want. So that means I wanted something else.
At this moment.
The sinless lamb.
I always think in the wilderness though, he kept it cap free. Being tempted of the devil because he was able to deny that was cap opportunity.
The cap opportunity. Look. Listen. The number one deception is the opportunity to be. And most people want stuff to happen and manifestation so they can prove that God is good.
Yeah.
God good whether you come through or not. God good whether
True.
you live or die. God is still good.
Yeah.
Whether you have or you don't have, God is still who He is, with or without you.
Yep.
I want to say somebody need to start a church called God Already Know Christian Center. Thank God I didn't have to pray this morning because my first part is going to be like, God, I know we're not here to tell you we love you because you know whether we lying or not. And it was going to hurt. But it's the truth. We're not here to worship you because we come here to become one with you. Because that's the idea. And it's so much cap. People want to, saints and sinners, holy and heathen. We want to show them that God, the earth is Lord and the fullness thereof. He's already running everything. So no cap. Humility should be your MO. Humility should be your DNA.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason to cap. The dude owned everything.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yep.
So now, but you want him to do something for you so that you can show some other people that he's on you. God is on my side.
Yep.
He's really not on your side. He's on his
Pharisees.
side.
Yep. That's good.
Really? Right? You see what I'm saying? And so it's cap. A lot of people are sowing seeds for cap. A lot of people praying prayers for Cap. A lot of people worshiping for Cap. It's Cap worship.
Yep.
Come
It's
on.
Cap praise.
Yep.
Like it's Cap. You're captive.
Ooh.
And you don't even know it. See,
T-shirt.
the Cap got you captive.
Yep.
Because you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yep.
And I love it about him because he kept it cap free.
Yep.
Good master, ain't nobody good. Don't call me that. Nobody good. His brother said, if you who you say you are, go out there. He said, nah, y'all can go anytime because nobody cares about if y'all go. He said, but that's so dope. Now, what I do love about Jesus too was Jesus kept it cap free, but he knew how to cap on them.
Yeah.
Right? He was like, y'all can go anytime because nobody cares if y'all go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, his sense of humor and his sarcasm game, bro. It was top notch.
It was the greatest.
It
He
was
notch.
He says, how do you say you not seen the? How long want to be with y'all? Right? Y'all up here fussing about who didn't bring the bread. Who do the men say that I am? Like that's how he's talking, but it's so cap free, and he kept it cap free because he was always let somebody else. He even said this, and one time or another, I got to find out what it is. He said, "Let somebody else exalt you. Don't ever exalt yourself."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's cap free.
Yeah.
The one that could have been capping the most.
Could have been.
Yep.
Matter of fact, even if he'd have said it, it wouldn't have been cap.
Nah.
Hey, let's take it to the cross.
All the way.
Talk about cap free.
All the way.
All the way.
All the way
He
there.
could have really got out of it at any time.
His man said, you don't take my life.
Allat.
He said, they start talking to him like, you answer me like that? You know, I got the power to. He was like, you don't have the power to take my life. No, everybody surrounding me how disrespectful is that?
That what you thought?
He said, I call angels right
Up until
now.
now, you haven't caught me.
I call Lisa angels right now and wipe all this out.
Boy, I'm chilling.
And I bet that boy got nervous. Hey, probably wife got nervous. She was like, hey, listen, I ain't got nothing to do with that man.
get this
You
man
better
out of
leave that man alone. You better leave that man alone.
leave-
Talking about you about to call angels. You know I'm gonna be in the house with you.
I like
They
my
come
life.
spray this house. I'm in here too. Us and the kids.
Listen, remember Pharaoh?
Yeah, you remember that. You remember them stories, right? They're not fables. Right?
Facts.
But there's no cap. And he goes all the way. He goes all the way. Goes all the way to the cross. I don't want to go to the whole story, but he does the whole process. I think when we keep the cap out of the story, we get the true context. You know what I'm saying? And we keep the cap out of our lives. So, what's some steps to be cap free?
Can I take it a step further? What you
Yes,
said?
yes.
You said once you get the cap out, you get the context, and once you get the context, the word I use today, you get the content,
You get the content.
and that's
Love
the most
it.
important part.
Yep.
You ever did this? You ever pick up your water bottle and was like this?
Oh, bro,
All the time.
no.
I've done
Yeah,
it.
you have. You
I
done done
never
it
have.
You've
Bro, I never
never
have.
done that?
I never
before?
have.
With nothing?
Never have.
You have to
Not with a water
describe
bottle,
it for
'cause
audio. You have to describe it for audio.
I will describe it for you. I've never lifted up my water bottle with the cap on, trying to drink out of it like the cap wasn't on. Never in my life. Because I never leave my water bottle uncapped. Ever in my life. Because I don't want nothing to fall up in there.
Wait, no. That ain't making sense.
No, it
Oh,
is,
so because you
he's
know you
saying
keep a
he'll
cap on, you
never
always
sit
go
it
to
back
open.
down.
I always go to open.
Oh, because
So I
somebody
never-
would assume there's uncapped that would do that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I always have a cap, so I always know I got to take the cap off first.
Well, see, but
Well, I have. Well, put the camera over him. I didn't know.
technically,
You done done it before the kid?
I've done it 20
Okay, all right.
times.
Well, listen, let me talk
bro.
to you. He is without
Hey,
sin.
we're not that
This is
particular.
not my testimony.
he
We're
who
not
knew
that
no,
particular.
he who knew no cap. He who knew.
Hey.
I know that they got a cap on there.
I know they got a cap on there.
Oh,
But
my God.
right, take the cap off. Right, you get context, and you get the.
Content.
But I can't get nothing out of here.
Come on.
Somebody stop capping real quick. Y'all see this?
Wow.
Look.
There's another one.
There's another one. See, look. All cap. You can see we up here trying to keep our breath from stinking. Talking about Beyonce breath. We talking about our breath from stinking. And look up here. Look.
They're
Look, no cap. Look our
dumping-
background.
They're
It
dumping
fell
out
off-
the mugs.
It fell
and
off.
there's like gum, wrapped gum.
It
in
fell
there.
off while we was talking.
It hit you in the head.
Hit you in the head.
Our banner fell off. I'm
Listen,
literally-
so no cap, but
I'm giving a version for the
I'm
people
I'm
listening.
doing
live.
that for a reason because if you take the cap
Oh, yeah,
off,
we got gum in the mugs, y'all.
cap,
He's dumping them.
no content. Take the cap off, you get everything on the inside.
Yep.
Cap is keeping you from spreading who you are. Cap is what keeps you from loving your neighbor like you love yourself.
Wow.
That's good.
Because you're capping so much that you want more than you're giving.
Come on.
Which is why people who are the most relatable are the people who attract the most.
Right.
You do.
Like the down to
the
earth.
more relatable you
Cool.
are, which
Chill out.
means you know cap.
Right.
Because we
Yeah.
know you real and we understand that.
It has been. It
I
has
gotta
been.
be around you because of that.
And I had to catch myself. It has been my number one. I personally believe. I'm not speaking for what everybody else believes about me, but I have prided myself on not being that guy that's not being able to be reached or unreachable or thinking that you. So I have a doctorate. I've been.
Come on, talk about it.
I got all this. I can list.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm not about to do it.
Come
Cap.
on.
No cap.
Hey.
No, you're not about to cap me over
Come
here.
on.
Don't cap me over here.
gas, the
Take
gas.
cap off. Pop the lid off that thing, right? But
We can gas you up for a
no, y'all
second.
not gonna gas me. You're not gonna gas me. So see, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Yeah,
What up?
You have a
But-
doctorate.
but I even if you know anybody that knows me, whatever age, and I don't over the top try to be relatable because that's fake too. That's cap.
Right.
True.
Right.
But I'm not
But
gonna
then
stunt.
we can
So
tell.
then
We
there's
can
certain
tell.
conversations, certain way that I say things
Yeah.
that certain people in certain groups wouldn't approve of. You know, but I don't care about that because at the end of the day, I'm not talking to y'all.
Right.
You're not even my demo. Like you're not even.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you may be my demo, so I talk to you like you want to be talking, but you probably want to talk cap anyway. Blessed and highly favored. The Lord is good all the time. Stop. Look, the Lord ain't good to you all the time. He good all the time, but for you, it ain't good all the time because you're stupid capping. You won't even say. Never mind. So, but I built on being relatable and down to earth.
True.
And we know.
That's true
I mean,
about you.
So it doesn't no
So
cap.
this isn't cap. Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, right. So no cap. So just
Right.
so now that is the thing. You're saying people like being around. No, they don't like being around. They don't like being around me because I'm just some kind of. That's not.
Oh no, you're a lovely guy, bro.
No, come on, bro.
You see this bro love right here?
Brothos.
Brothos, you heard me?
Brothos.
Brothos, you heard me?
Brothos.
Brothos. But I'm saying.
It's a real thing.
But all right, let me say it like this: it's not a gift.
Okay.
Okay, it may be a gift.
Okay. Okay.
It may be a gift.
Yeah.
But it's not a gift that I only have.
Okay. I got
I
that.
just
I'll
unwrapped
take
it.
that. Yeah.
Can we put it like that?
Yep.
So it's a gift that we all been given, but all of us don't want to unwrap it. Therefore, things are different. I tell people like that. I try to push that that energy in the people, but because there's a certain way you unwrap that gift, though.
Yeah.
But everybody wants to be so prestigious and have position and have power and have prosperity and have all these different things, and they cap so much to get what they want that they don't realize that what they want is really on the inside. And if they'd calm down, it would ooze out of them. Like it would
come to
automatically
them.
come out. You don't have to push it out. It automatically come, and then it draws all men unto you.
Yeah.
Jesus said, he said, I'll be lifted up from this earth. Right? And people took it like him going to heaven, whatever, and that's cool, but you got to catch what he's saying. He said, I'll draw all men. Luke 6:38, he started talking about, he says, give. And it never said what it was. It just said give.
Yeah.
And it shall be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, run over, shall
Men.
give unto you. Like they're drawn to you because you are drawing out of yourself first.
Yes.
No cap, man.
And that's
No cap.
probably that's why he said he'll make them fishers of men, which you'll start catching men.
You start
attention,
catching- you start
men's
catching-
attention because of what I'm about to put in you, basically.
So calm down. Jesus never sent out a promo pack
Never.
or sent out, like a
Whoa.
ad, and it was like, yo, like I'm coming to the city. And I know it was different at the time.
Guess who coming to the
Guess who coming to-
seaside?
Yo,
I'm pulling up
get
on
ready.
the boat.
This dude is so loud.
Oh my God, bro.
And I'm going to feed all of y'all. I'm pulling up on
Hey,
the boat.
and then I'm gonna walk on water.
Then I'm going to walk on water, y'all.
Bars.
Oh my God, bro. Oh
That's
my
a good
God,
one.
that's a good one. That's a good one. Bars.
Right, no promo, though.
No promo, right?
No promo.
And his reputation preceded him.
That's how it should
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, your reputation precedes you.
Yeah.
And I think that I've had that situation happen a lot of times in life too, where people would hear about you and then your reputation precedes you, and that's a good thing. It depends on your reputation.
Yeah,
Yeah, it depends.
True,
But
true.
but I think that I'll say this. Cap has been bottling up everything that's inside of you that's great. And it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to y'all too. It's not fair to anybody sitting in the room that you be so caught up on cap that I can't see your real. Because your real affects my real. Somebody texted me today and said, thank you for helping me, teaching me how to be. And I said, I'm still learning myself. And I wasn't even fronting because that's a true thing. And we teach each other to be. But it's not fair for you not to be around me. It's not cool for you to be capping. So I'm even working on it right now. Today is December, what, the 1st? I'm thinking about, bro, I'm going to figure out what this is going to look like for me. But I'm thinking about going dark for the month of December or even further because they took the likes away. I don't even know if they really took the likes away because likes are still popping on Instagram.
I don't think they took it away yet.
Yeah, but with anything, especially that vast, it takes time to touch all the parts.
But even they're doing that for what we're talking about.
Update.
Yeah, they're doing that for cap, but people gonna find another way to cap.
Yeah, it's gonna be comments and it's gonna be followers.
Right.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like you still see your likes, so you can still like post on your story your likes and stuff too.
Right.
I think people still better validate,
Right.
especially like influencers,
Right.
like they.
And the reason they're trying to do that is trying to get rid of the cap mentality, but you can't fix that. That's an individual thing. And if I have to say anything right now, I want to say I think Instagram is great. I think Twitter is great.
Love it.
I think TikTok is great. I think Facebook, all that. I love it. You say you don't know it? Yeah. TikTok though. You gotta get on TikTok though.
TikTok.
Actually, you'd be great on TikTok.
You would be.
Like that song just now,
You
we're
really
gonna
have
take a
to
clip
be
on that.
creative.
That song just now, we're gonna put that on TikTok. That's like
Hey, yeah.
thousands of views. But it's all great and it's for fun.
JP the Trapper.
But when fun
That should be your name
becomes,
on there.
they used to say, ball is life. Ball ain't life. But we grew up thinking that. You did, I did.
Yeah,
we all wanted to
absolutely.
go. So we
That's the only way of life.
We outside in the rain, like Michael Jordan played in the rain,
In the
practicing
snow,
rain.
bro.
So
It
we
snowed in
outside.
Baton Rouge. I'm outside in my
hooping.
driveway
I
in
was
the
waiting
snow,
for the snow,
hooping,
right? Just
bro.
for the hoop, right?
Just so I can say I shot in the snow.
Yeah, and when I tell my story, right? Ball is life.
Oh, when you
But
tell
it's
your
so much more to
story.
life.
Yeah.
So much more to life. And because we was capping, we took that on and believed it and ran off with something. And who knows if you'd have kept going with that.
Yeah.
I'd have kept going.
We wouldn't be here right
You know
now.
what I'm saying? We just kept going.
Dude.
So what I'm doing is I'm about to really I have to figure out, not figure out, I know how to do it, but I got to stop looking at everybody else. Even musically, I got to stop listening to whoever they say hot. Because I listen to something, and they're like, they say, it's dope. I'm like, okay. And I put it on, and I was like, right? And so,
Not.
I realized that the creativity that's in me may not come out because I'm capping it with your sound.
Right.
And I'm doing your sound anyway, which means I'm capping.
Right.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Like it's that cap life, man. I think we've turned inspiration into capping. I think things that were
I'm
meant
glad
to
you said that. That's exactly what that's a lot going on
Yep.
social media.
Yep.
For real.
Like the thing that's supposed to be inspiring you, you ends up captivating you to the point to where it captures you.
Oh, imitation.
Right.
Counterfeit. That was our word.
Counterfeit.
I know it's
Counterfeit.
late.
Word of the day.
Word of the day. Counterfeit. How long we been going? It don't matter.
Yeah, I don't know. Feels like it's been a minute.
Yeah. Huh?
Ooh.
Oh, dope. That's what's up.
Oh, we right on par.
That's now?
Perfect. We do this in
Counterfeits back into the 1300s.
Yeah.
Pretend to be.
Pretend to be.
Imitated.
Imitated, right?
Imitate.
Right.
Against. To make.
Wow.
To do.
Wow. Against to make. So it means, it's really saying counter means against, and then the fit or the fit part is fairy or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It means to make, so it means against making something.
Yeah.
That's creative. That's
Yeah.
creative. That's crazy.
Contra.
Right? Like counterfeit,
Means
like
against.
it's against creation.
You get
Yeah.
your nature.
It's against your nature. It's against your being. Counterfeit is against your being. That's huge, bro.
Yeah.
Which means something's real has been there the entire time.
Cap. Something was there the whole time, but I got you being something else. That's cap.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got what you need in the house, but you over here trying to get it at the store. Cap.
Yep.
That's cap. You up here trying to be me? No, be you. That's cap.
Cap.
I should inspire you, which means
To dig deep.
inspiration means to breathe into. That means to breathe inspirational or breathe life into what you are.
Yeah.
God didn't breathe into man and man became God. It said man became a living soul. Y'all know what I'm saying? So God was in man, but man had to be him. And he named him Adam.
Different name.
Come on, man. And it's a reason for it. We are disrespecting our individuality and identity by capping.
True story.
I'm not saying I don't look at you, Jay, and be like, because we have those moments. But I'm not saying that's where jealousy and envy come from. Capping.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What you call inspiration or aspiration
Yeah. That's another
becomes jealousy and envy.
And
Because
you
it's
can
cap.
kill all envy.
All right, what's the key? What's the key to it? Identity. Because even if something inspires me, I got to know my inside first.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if I know my inside, identity and knowing my true self and my inside is different from jealousy and envy to aspiration and inspiration.
You know what it makes me think? Because you can't be inspired if you don't have a container. So you're just surface.
Come on. And it's a waste.
That's crazy.
I'm not going to do it right now, but it's a waste. I'm trying to pour into you, but it's a waste. And you're trying to catch it with your hand.
Ooh.
It's a waste.
Yep. You can't hold that.
You can't hold it. It's a waste. And how long you going to drink?
You better hurry up for it
Yeah.
dry.
You know what I'm saying?
Not
For the
much.
residue dry.
It's a waste,
Listen.
man. It's a waste. Cap. No cap. No cap. Take the cap off. Right?
Yep.
Stop watching this. Stop watching this and capping. I want a show like, no, you don't. This RedIn30. We are individuals. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
And let it be. Don't start a podcast because you saw us podcasting. Because it ain't for everybody.
Right.
Right.
Everybody ain't supposed to be everything. You got too many churches right now. You got too many
story.
LLCs,
True story.
too many businesses, too many nonprofits. We got too many
many.
dancers and singers. We got too much of all that stuff right now because somebody's watched somebody else and said this is what they want to do.
Yep.
Now you've muddied in the water for somebody that's really gifted in that lane.
Yep.
Cap.
Yep.
Take off the cap, right?
Take off the cap.
No cap. This has been a good episode. It's been dope.
It's been
some
good.
funny moments and everything, but it's Jesus no cap.
No cap.
Cap free. T-shirt.
Cap free lifestyle.
T-shirt. There it is. Cap free.
Shawty might not want it, but
Yeah.
Shawty sure do need it.
All right.
Who is this guy?
Be the trap boy on his mic.
Trap by
Trap boy, you hear me?
Trap by
Coming to a
music.
city near you.
He said,
You said you opening for the Millennium Tour.
Yeah.
Oh,
up?
God.
You going to all the cities?
I got some
Select cities?
Yeah, select cities.
You know which ones yet?
I gotta look at the stops, and then I gotta identify who I know there and know if I'm gonna be able to go there or not.
Okay. They gonna put you on the flyer?
No, I don't want that kind of exposure.
You don't want that. You want to be
That's
you wanna
cap.
be under the radar. That's
That's
cap.
Oh, that's cap. Wow. hey, that's how people who be like fake humble be.
Yeah,
I don't know that.
Nah. Don't say my name.
I'm gonna just
Take
show
my
up.
name off.
Good night,
Let me
ladies
be a
and gentlemen. I'm
surprise.
JP the Trap Boy.
I'm gonna
Don't
just
say my
post
name.
about it on Instagram.
With something there on stage with all the people, all the crowd, in the
my
background,
God.
whatever.
That's
Can
kind of
we-
tour I
can
want. Hey,
God
that's
is
kind.
good.
We gonna close
That's kind of
out
tour I
with
want to do
him.
for real. I want to do a tour like that for real. Like this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show up and everybody be there.
yeah. Oh yeah, we still gotta do the thing too, bro.
With
I
that.
forget what it's called. I won't say it on air, but it's something about no name or something. Remember we was gonna do the thing.
Clothes? Was the clothes thing?
No.
Can we
It
get off
was-
the mic?
It was the actual event, but it's
Oh, I remember, and I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say it,
Oh, I
but I
know.
remember it.
yeah.
Hey, what we're supposed to do it on campus, on college campus, and we're gonna have no name. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I still got it
Yeah.
because I got the domain. I think I'm a domain king. What you buying domains?
Domain king.
Domain
For
king.
real.
This
I'm
man
buying
bought like
domains.
3 domains the other night when we was together.
Hey, no.
I did.
I was like,
Do
bro.
you know how many he has? Wait, there's a meme for you. Just
Yo,
about
I need a
domain
list.
names. He got like 87.
Hey man, I'm a visionary.
90
man.
maybe.
I can't help
We
it.
gonna
if
pull up his
I'm Walt
GoDaddy and we go
Disney.
see
You
it.
heard me? I'm Walt Steve Jobs. You heard
Of
me?
domains,
all
of
right,
domains,
Yeezy,
of
all right,
domains.
Yeezy.
Hey,
I'm Michelangelo. You heard?
Hey, by the time he use all them domains, it's gonna be like internet is non-existent.
Bro.
Hey,
you don't even
I'm
need them no
Beethoven,
more.
you heard me?
Yo, this man owns half of the internet.
Hey, well, the name you looked for last night and it said not available because this
That's me.
thing
He got it.
Hey, but yo, you come buy it from me.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. Which one you want? Come
he about
by.
to list them all for sale.
Yeah, I got all that.
Yo, I'm about to say, you got domains you ain't never used before, man.
What is that?
Yes, it is.
What is that? Let me see.
Show, give it to me. Well, wait.
Y'all trying to play me right now? Don't be saying no. Don't be saying no. You pulling me, mo.
Look.
Oh, this a
It
domain
says me, and he's holding like an oversized book sack, like all the way to his ankles, and it says side project domain names. He can barely walk with it.
Yo,
Dude.
that's you, bro.
Shout out to this crack on the screen. Go ahead.
Yo,
Can
no
we
cap.
see that crack
We ain't gonna say
screen?
who phone this is.
No
No
cap.
cap.
Can you zoom in?
All cap.
Danny, are you okay?
Oh, all cap. He took the cap off.
I took the cap off.
Pop the cap. I'll pop the cap off.
Pop the cap on you.
Pin the cap back blue with the.
Hey, you can't be taking other
Put the
people's
muffin
caps
back.
off.
I pull your muffin cap back blue. No, that's my cap.
But technically, we talking about her.
Yo,
Those light skin hands for Dan.
Hilarious.
Danny, are you okay?
All right, so we are.
We're
I
done.
keep going. Red30.com.
Red 30, red 30.
Go to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify Podcasts, on Google Podcasts, on Anchor. RedIn30.com, at RedIn30 on Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. We are there wherever you are, and so follow us, get the RedIn30 sweatshirts, t-shirts, all that good stuff.
I am red 30.
I am RedIn30. Yo, we got some good stuff planned too. We about to come up with a. Should I tell them?
No.
Don't tell them. Okay.
no.
Well,
Just show 'em.
Just know it's about to be popping, and we're about to do. I have what we call a Jesus curriculum. So I'm gonna start some of the things that we read collectively. It's not that we're smart or that we're more intelligent than everybody, but we make
I
ourselves
was about to say,
available.
I am pretty smart.
No, I'm
Don't-
smart. I'm smart. Oh yeah, you smart.
Yeah. I'm smart.
You're smart. I'm a guy.
I'm important.
I'm important, right?
Hey, just because you said
You
it
is
like that.
smart. You is kind, and you is important. You are.
She my
You
sister.
is.
That
Bro,
must.
Abraham will never be the same guy to me, dog. Like, he has a stutter.
Hey, I'm gonna get
now.
up. When I get to heaven, I'm gonna be like, "That's your sister, huh?"
Say it for me. Say it out loud. He's like, wait, all this time? I was thinking.
I didn't say it like that,
He
guys.
gonna go talk real
Oh,
regular.
my.
Well, I actually said it very properly. I guess.
I said this woman that's here, this is my sister.
This is my sister.
This
Hey,
is my sister.
You know who did
This is
stutter, though? You know,
Hey,
you know who did stutter?
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, he did. He did stutter. Oh, his
Why is
stammering
funny
lips.
right now?
Oh my God!
Hey,
Hey, stop!
that's a testimony.
Stop!
That's a testimony.
Stop! That's
No,
testimony.
it
Testimony.
is, but it's just
Testimony.
like.
Listen, stop. Because if you stutter or you watching this, you don't have to.
Yeah, that is a true
No,
statement.
no, it's a true statement. I'm not even being funny right
That's a true
now.
statement.
But still,
You
the thing
don't-
is, God will still have you speak for Him, whether you have
Regardless.
a stuttering issue or not. Is it an issue?
It's not. I'm trying to get him free. You
The
said
Lord
he's still gonna
said,
let you
"I'm gonna
talk
give you the words to say."
in mouth and wisdom, huh?
You know. Thank you for saying it right.
But let me
Nobody
talk
should
to
be
y'all
able
for real.
to gainsay nor resist.
Hey, are we done?
Why his face got so his eyes got. I was like,
Hey, he'll still
received.
use you, dog.
nah, but you don't have to. You don't have to. Let me speak to that for a minute. You don't have to.
Oh, bro.
And if you just, it's a mental thing. Calm down. Just give yourself space. I'm not talking from a place of not knowing what's going on. Just understand me. Just calm down. Your mind is clear. You have clear language, clear speech, and you are in control. You have everything you need. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
RedIn30.
RedIn30.
RedIn30. All right.
Red in 30.
Woo!
Oh.
We had to come back because I forgot we left something out. And Nakia pointed out, and we got to talk about these dudes for like,
Jokers? You
these
said they
jokers. How about these jokers dudes, whatever, for at least a couple minutes.
Okay.
5 minutes.
Because
who you talking about?
the most capped people I read about in the Bible were the disciples.
No.
They counted the most capped people.
No.
Yeah. Because they was
Them
like
and the Pharisees.
them and the Pharisees, Pharisees and the
Most
Sadducees.
capped.
Son,
The most
so
capped.
you putting the disciples in the same cap category as the Pharisees and the Sadducees.
Oh yeah.
And the devil.
Oh, ooh,
He was capped too.
jeez.
He was like, I want to be great. Right?
Hey,
The cap.
the disciples got so many stories, dog. Even when they denied him at the end.
Hey, listen.
Yeah,
listen.
that's true.
Listen. We're still recording.
Extra.
Hey, but
Judas
we turn it back
cap.
on. Judas is cap. Listen, because them jokers would say, who the greatest one of us?
Yeah.
Or who get to sit on your right hand and your left? We talking about it with a cloud a little bit too, but they cap.
Yeah.
They capping. That's why they didn't see. Oh, this is great. Cap is blinding. Cap is almost like capping your eyes, capping your vision.
Yeah.
Because that's why they couldn't understand when he said, you know what I'm saying, when you see me, you see the Father. Or that's why they couldn't understand, you believe on me, the works that I do. That's why they couldn't understand it, because they were conditioned for cap.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the whole sacrifice and giving sacrifice thing is built on cap.
Sure
Think about
was.
it. Go back. Give a sacrifice so you ain't your sins paid for. That's cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your
Publicly,
whole
too.
That's why I say Christianity.
I'm about to say, yeah.
And
And then you
it's
couldn't
cap.
even get a good
'Cause-
sacrifice if you couldn't afford to buy one. Like
Cap.
your
So you gotta-
sacrifice
you gotta
alone
halfway- you
shows
halfway
that you
redeemed.
capping.
Oh,
You're a little
bro.
atoned.
Dang, bro.
No, that's
Look.
cap. The whole thing was built off of cap.
Because
Like
they was cappers.
The names and the labels was cap.
Cap.
And he said, I come to set the
Cap.
it's free. Yeah, like
Tills
I'm
free.
Yeah, the cap. Tills free, right.
You know what I think about when they were talking about that guy who was trying to heal people? Was he trying to heal people?
Yeah, somebody was doing something somewhere else and like healing people or whatever.
Yeah, casting
Yeah,
out
and he
demons,
was
yeah.
like, yeah.
They was like,
They
what?
were like, he
Casting
not,
out demons?
Right.
Yeah, they was like, he not with us.
He not with us.
So he can't be doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
And so Jesus was like, listen, he ain't against you.
Them jokers
And he
was,
saw us, bro.
I don't know how much cap there was. They got to one place and they were trying to talk to people and the people wasn't listening. And they said, you want us to call down fire from heaven like Elias? Was it Elijah or whatever? And first of all, you ain't never seen Jesus call fire on nobody. You've been walking with this dude all this time. You ain't never seen him call fire on nobody. Fire on me, right? You ain't never seen him do it.
Right.
But
do
all
the
of a
most.
sudden, because of your capsized mind, you done went all the way back somewhere else. You got the truth in front of you, in the flesh.
Yep.
You
In the
done went
flesh.
all the way somewhere because they didn't do what you wanted.
Transfiguration.
Listen, because they didn't do what you wanted them to do, you're going to send them to hell.
Yeah.
Sound like
Yeah.
and that ain't the way to do it.
Right.
Listen.
And then Jesus goes off. He says, "Y'all, where you come from? What spirit? I didn't come down here to destroy people. I come to give life." Talking about you gonna call fire down. He went off on them.
Yeah.
And there's a couple times I saw Jesus go off on things like that. It's when people were misusing people for cap. I saw he really did take lightly to that. And I think God is cap free.
And when they tried to make him king, and he basically just
And they wanted to keep him. Yeah, God cap free,
In
bro.
the temple, yeah. When
Oh,
it was,
trying to be.
They selling.
Yep.
And he
Oh, yeah.
spazzed out.
He spazzed out.
That's
Just cap.
capping.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's capping, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I know the nature of God. If I really want to have the nature of God, it's got to be cap free. I really want to have the nature of Jesus, got to be cap free.
Yeah.
And cap free is the key to out of my belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Wow.
Cap free
No
is
cap.
cap free is the key to unlimitedness. Jesus walk on water. He can do all these different things. He's cap free.
Yep.
I wasn't doing it for the cap.
Yep.
Yep. I love that.
Well, I was doing it to set the cap.
Deuce.
Tills free.
All right, we out, y'all. That's perfect. That's perfect way to end it.
Hey.
No, that's real though.
Thank you for watching and listening to the RedIn30 podcast, where we talk about Jesus, truth, and you. Make sure you subscribe and share this with somebody that you love. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and like us on Facebook. We are RedIn30, so you need to be RedIn30. RedIn30, RedIn30.